Hey everybody, it's bonus content. 235. Let's do this rap game style. I'm Alex. It's just me and Option right now. We're just gonna bounce off of each other, have a conversation. Scott's gonna be here later, hopefully. If not, it's gonna be one of those real intimate shows. But you're not burnt out today, luckily.
Oh no! Oh man, that was something last week. Not really because of the workload. The workload was the same fine usual stuff. It was just that and the funny thing was it was a fine day that Friday. Like everything was fine. Everything was pretty much smooth and everything. But then I just got this one lady who just came up. And
Yep.
like she was just being like so in your face, I just couldn't take it. It was just like I just got finished slicing something for somebody, and then like she showed up, um, and it was like, oh, what can I get for you, ma'am? She said, hello, can I get like this, and I'm like, okay, and then I started slicing, and then she was saying like, you didn't say hi to me. I'm like, I'm sorry, man. Like like my mind was in another place, and then like like I didn't cut it right for her, and then like she had to like look at the meat and say, oh, this meat is dry, I need like fresh meat, so like I had to go get another meat for her, and then I sliced that up, and oh, let me see that meat. I saw let her see the meat, and then like she just put the other meat into my face with the other meat, and then like she was like, see the difference between this one. I'm like, yeah, ma'am, like it's all right, and like I don't know why you didn't say hi to me. She just kept bringing that up too. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm not that much of a conversationalist. I'm sorry, like different people, right? Ha ha ha. And she just like looked at me like, mm-hmm. And then like, and then all of a sudden she just started asking me about college. I'm like, what? Where is this coming from? Like, I don't know you. I don't even want to have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
And and it was just like that, just like literally just ruined my entire day. Like I it was just like one of those situations where, because I just kept thinking about it, and I couldn't get over it. I had to walk away. My boss lady knew this situation, so she was like, "Oh, you're okay. Just go to the bathroom for a while." So went to the bathroom, wiped my face, breathed for a while, went back to work, finished my job, came home, and I just can't get that out of my head. So for like the next few hours, it was like I'm not in the mood for this right now.
Yeah, I totally understand. I've had that customer before to varying degrees. God, they're the
Mm,
worst. It was funny because Brant, he was the one who asked you how you're doing, and then you left. He's like,
yeah.
"Well, I feel like a bag of shit now."
I mean, I listened to the episode. Like, I hope it
Yeah.
is like it was literally his fault that I left or something. Like, because that would be like a weird thing.
Well, we had fun blaming him, so regardless. And then he left after that, so it was a good show though. It was very relaxed toward the end when there was just the three of us.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. But other than that, though, like, I went over to Mark and Katie's, and played some Avalon with them. I finally got the chance to play with them, and it was a blast. We had a good time with it. My niece Jasmine was there with me as well. We all had like a really good time playing that game. Mark got super into it too, and like he's like, we need to invite people over for this now. So like, he's been trying, and God willing, he's been trying to rope people into it, but like pretty much no one's been responding to him. So like he's been feeling like really bad, and just he keeps posting like, I don't have any friends, even though he clearly does. But like it's just been like a whole thing. So I don't even know.
Yeah, I feel bad for Mark. I saw the one post. I saw a post about like Katie's cosplay on Facebook, and then underneath them, I see Mark's just like, "Well, apparently I don't have any friends," and I'm like, "Oh, I get this now." No, no. Tell
um,
Mark I would come down and play Avalon with him if he wanted, but I can't. So
oh, you can. You just don't want to. There's a difference.
I listen. I don't know if I have enough money to drive down there. Tell Mark to pay for my expenses, and I'll be there in a few days. A few days. That's how long it would take me, apparently. Um, cool. I really wanted to play Avalon. We played some. Oh yeah, this is our post New Year or not New Year's, July 4th episode.
Yeah, how was that? I have no recollection how that went for you.
Jesus fucking Christ! It was insane. Like there was a lot of people in my house, which was good because it was nice to see that my house can fit a lot of people and we can have crazy parties. It's like, I like to.
Like how much would you say? Because I'm assuming it's not just your friends and Ethan's friends. Like maybe your brother brought some as
Yeah,
well,
my
and maybe
brother's
Damien.
friends, Ethan's girlfriend's friends.
Oh, okay,
It was close to 30 people, I think.
okay.
Um, so it was just jam packed, but like there was enough space for everybody to be comfortable. We did a bunch of crazy stuff. We played Quiplash, we played Fibbage, we cooked on the grill, we played a little bit of Cards Against Humanity, um, and we all just kind of hung out too, and we drank a
Mhm.
lot. We drank so much. Like it's funny. We had all these bottles of liquor, and they were all empty by the end of the night. And I was just thinking,
Really, no leftovers? That's like, mm.
leftovers of beer, but no liquor. Like we
It's
like,
always the beer, right? It's always just like cans and cans of beers, but like actual liquor, just
but
like there's never
that's
any.
fine because Ethan and I drink beer like all the time. Like
Okay.
for me, it was like I didn't get hungover like too bad. I had a hangover. I had like the spins where I'm like dizzy when I wake up, but
Mm.
it wasn't one of those nights where I'm like I'm never drinking again. Luckily, uh,
I mean,
Scott
it's the
got
New Year's, man. Come on.
yeah. Scott got drunk though for the first time, um, and he was super worried about what drunk Scott would be. Drunk Scott's just like a big doofus. It's hilarious. He just runs up against people and
Just
pokes
laughs at
fun.
him.
Yeah, he just laughs. He fucking. We were playing Towerfall at one point. Him and Tony were just. Tony was fine, but Scott was drunk, and Scott's like, I got this. Don't worry. And I'm like, yeah, this is just weirdly doofier Scott. So he had a good time, which was good. Everybody had a great time. It was super fun. It was just fucking crazy because there was
Uh-huh.
tons and tons of people. We grilled and all the food was delicious. I pre-made the hamburger patties and they all came out great and everybody was saying that they were awesome, which was
Now, are
nice.
you like a middle grill person or a cyber type of person? I don't know. I think I heard that on Rugrats once, and I was like, that's a thing. So I don't know.
Well, that is a thing. Like if you're like a middle grill person, you're like if you're cooking over charcoals, for example, you like cook the burger over the charcoals, and if you're a side grill person, I imagine you would cook the burger off the heat, which is like there are charcoals under one half of the grill, and there are no charcoals under the other half, and it's still hot on the other half, but it's cooler, so it cooks slower, and it's probably more rare. But we have this very small grill, so it was just middle grill all over the place. Uh, but everything came out great. It was fun to like prep all the food and get everything going, and we had a guy there that was like a grill expert. It seemed because he was a master of his craft. And then one of my brother's friends brought brats like sausages, and those were amazing on the grill. So it was a lot of fun. It was just absolutely crazy. At one point, it's just a parade of drunken people. We walked down the neighborhood road to like this parking lot and set off a lot of illegal fireworks. Just like a lot. It was like an explosions fest. Uh, and yeah, and it's at some point my brother was setting them off, and at some point my somebody like he describes it as a voice from the darkness came out and said, "You should go," and he's like, "Okay, I'm leaving." But I tweeted a great picture of me, my brother Justin, and one other person I forgot. It might have been Scott who's in it. And my brother's wearing this fucking headlight, like a head helmet light, and he looks exactly like Egon Spengler from Ghostbusters, and it was awesome. So, yeah, it was a fun night. Uh, and what did you do? I'm curious.
Oh, for Fourth of July?
Yeah.
Oh, I worked that day, and like then um then my nieces and nephew and my parents went out to attempt to see fireworks, but that didn't turn out anything. So I didn't do anything really. I stayed home. I worked all day and I didn't feel like to do anything. And fireworks don't really do too much for me as far
Mm.
as like that big of a show. I mean like it's all about the situation and like what feeling you're in at the moment. Because like I love fireworks, but it's like do I really want to be like in a crowd and
Yeah.
wait to see it. But yeah, that's me.
Yeah, no, I'm not big on fireworks either. I
You know what?
if
I don't think I've ever really had like home fireworks. Like I remember we did like when I was super young, like maybe like 5 or 6 or something like that. When we were lived on the army base, we lit some in the backyard, but like I was like kind of scared to even touch it because I always thought I was going to catch on fire or something like this. That's touching a firework. You know, they had the little sparklers or whatever, and we did that in the backyard at my at our house then at the army base. But like, I don't think I've ever really been like at where like home fireworks are, where you set off your own fireworks at home. I don't think I've ever done anything like that.
there was a misfire in our home fireworks where a mortar, which is just like one of the things that shoots up and explodes in all directions, did not go into the tube that shoots it up, so it just exploded on the ground.
Ooh,
Uh, and that was a nice reminder moment that somebody could have lost a hand. My brother specifically could have lost his hand.
or lost their head. You hear about
Yeah.
that guy?
No, I didn't.
There's some guy who like put fireworks on his head and he died from it.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily no injuries. My brother got burned, but that was because he put his hand on a stovetop by accident later.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July. No, it's great. The thing is, like, I met, like, a lot of people for the first time there, like, a lot of different people. I think I just make, like, a really good first impression because I'm super, I'm charismatic, I'm talkative.
Don't give
I was
yourself too
the,
much credit.
I know, right? I was the host of the party, so I was going around meeting everybody, shaking hands, doing the presidential election, kissing babies. No, I introduced myself to everyone. I was talking to everyone, making sure everyone was having a good time.
Mm.
So everyone knew me and was fascinated by the drunkenness of me. So when we were lighting off fireworks, people thought it was funny to take videos of all the shit I was saying. Of course, that I don't exactly remember. At some point, I ran towards where they were setting off fireworks to go check on them, help them out, and I said, "If I die, tell my grandmother that I love me." And that's just been circulating around Facebook. Uh, so it was interesting, but I want my grandmother to know that I love her, not me. But
So conceited.
I but yeah, it was a good time. A lot of drunk videos of me are circulating, and not circulating, but are out there somewhere. And
Mm.
it was a good time. Like everybody enjoyed it. We played a lot of good games. We played 8-player Smash. But Scott didn't bring his goddamn Pro controllers, so we couldn't really play it as well as I wanted to. But it was still
Mm.
fun. Yeah,
What,
good
someone had to
weekend.
use the Wiimote and nunchuck or something?
No, I think somebody had to use a gamepad. That's what we were cut down to.
Oh, okay, okay.
Um, because I had a classic controller still. So,
Right, right, right.
yeah, it was fun. Tons of fun for the weekend. We also played Nintendo Land, which is a great game still. I vehemently believe. Super fun. That's it. I mean, I didn't do anything else this week other than go to class and contemplate how boring it is more. So, but anything else for you?
No, no. There's like side stuff. Like, did you see the new Superman Batman trailer?
Oh no, is that out? I should.
Oh, you should like literally right now. You should watch it. It's
Uh,
it's actually decent. That actually makes the movie look really good. And that's like the first time I had to have actually said that about that. Like as far as like
yeah, I have
somebody
zero
seeing
faith in
it.
that movie, so I want
Yeah,
to
so
believe.
yeah, it actually looks really decent from that trailer. But like I'm still like cautiously optimistic. So it's like hopefully, but who knows?
Yeah.
But seriously,
Okay.
you should
I got it up now. I'm gonna watch it. We're gonna get the live Alex and Neil reactions experience. It was starting now. Is that the girl from the Hunger Games? The woman that looks
Well,
very beaten.
oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, you would know. I'm sorry. Oh, Superman. He looks so much like Superman. Is the thing.
Especially with all that color, looks really good.
Oh wow, they're cutting back to Bruce Wayne in Metropolis, presumably.
I
It's,
believe so.
yeah, because you can see the eyes going through. That's actually really cool. The Wayne Tower.
Mm-hmm.
Clark Kent taking on the Batman.
Who's the actress that plays Lois Lane? I
Who's
forgot how.
what?
Who's the actress who plays Lois Lane? I forgot how cute she was.
Amy Adams.
Amy Adams. Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah. Did you send Scott another hangout or the link to the hangout maybe?
Scott, is he having trouble getting in?
He just sent a text saying we'll see how it goes when I get in the hangout. So I don't know.
I'll blast out another invite just in case. But he has his own like way of getting in.
Uh,
Gotta love that Lex Luthor hair.
yeah, I know, right? No, I didn't even think about an intro this week. Well, I don't think so.
Turn on that bat symbol. I am a fan of the Dark Knight Returns look.
You're what?
The short ears, Batman.
Yeah, what about it?
That's very Dark Knight Returns, which is a
The
specific comic book series
right.
about Batman and Superman. Damn.
Like even the Suicide trailer leaked out as well. That one's not like it's like off a camera, so it's not as good as quality. So you try to just wait on that one.
Yeah.
But that one looks somewhat okay too, from what I see.
I want to believe
Looks decent, right?
it does. Like the fight looks epic. It looks
I like seeing Wonder Woman in there, and they need to show more of her.
yeah. I'm worried about just one woman, the whole too many fingers and too many pies type thing.
Yeah, even the whole context of her even being there, just like even though it's the setup for Justice League, it just like seems like you seem like you just got phoned in there somewhat.
Yeah, I like that they're going back and bringing Bruce Wayne into Metropolis when like the devastation is happening.
Mm.
And
It's just like Sandman in Spider-Man 3.
hopefully it's not like Spider-Man.
You see him in the background of Spider-Man 1, he was there the entire time.
He was there the whole time. You just weren't paying enough attention. He was just there, crying tears of sand. God,
Actually, he didn't have his powers back then.
Oh, excuse me. God, the end of Spider-Man 3 is such fucking garbage.
And I was saying too, like when I said my reactions to it, just like yeah, it's like yeah, this trailer actually looks really good, but like that's what trailers are made to do. Because I remember being really hyped for Spider-Man 3 and the villain.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was excited for Spider-Man 3 because I love the symbiote story, and I love fucking Venom, because Venom's the coolest villain in the Spider-Man series other than Carnage, who's just, like, a more murderous Venom.
And it's like, how could you fuck this up? It's like, they didn't completely do it, but, there's good moments in there, but for the most part, it's like maybe 70% of that is just like, ugh.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of the Game Over Greggy show recently, so like Colin Moriarty's mentality of like, how could a man in a big robot suit fight God? Essentially, all of that's like leaking in my head. So seeing the two fight is still like, I don't know how this is gonna work. How are they gonna sell me on this?
Right.
Um, and obviously Superman's not gonna want to kill him, but they have set a precedent in the universe for him being very well open to the idea of murder, even though he hates it.
Right.
But I don't know. I like that there are little hints to the Joker. I wonder if he'll show up in that movie at all. Probably not. I guess. But
I don't know, cause like if you when you see the Suicide Squad trailer, like you see like Batman's in that movie, even though that was already leaked and everything from the trailer, and like it's just I don't know, like now it's making me a little bit more interested than I ever been before with these DC movies. So like just staring now, like I said, the trailers are working; they're doing what they're supposed to do.
yeah,
But now I'm like even more interested as far as like how this how Batman versus Superman fits into Suicide Squad and everything like that. So I don't know.
yeah,
I'm actually intrigued now, which I haven't been before. So they did their job
yeah.
finally.
All they got to do is prove that this universe is worth investing in with Batman versus Superman, and have it not just be like a big action epic. But I don't know. Like I just don't know if that's possible. I'm going to see it for sure. I'm sold.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see Ant-Man next week. I'm excited about that. Apparently, it's really good. You know, I'm in on these movies, but there will be a point where I just like. They actually had this past week on the Game Over Greggy show. Greg's topic was this picture of 25 comic book movies coming out, and it's just like there's gonna be a point where I just like I'm done. Like, I see too much of the same movie over and over again. I just don't.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely getting to be like too many hooks right now. It's but it's like it's like what else is there to be excited for? Is like man, we're going through a big challenge. We're not even starting the show yet, but like the last movie like recently that I got really really excited to see was because of the Peanuts movie. The Peanuts movie that looks legitimately like they get it, like they get it more than like anything else that I've seen before because or seen like from something like something nostalgia that they're bringing back to the modern setting because like they get it. It's like there's like zero like well there's like one like relevant song to like to do the trailer thing, but whatever with that. But like there's no celebrities as far as like the voices or anything like that. There's no pop culture references or something like that. It's like they literally from the trailer anyway, it looked like they get what Charlie Brown is and the penis is, and like it legitimately gets me excited. It's like kind of like how I was excited for Popeye, even though like that wasn't like completely like how Popeye used to be, but like that legitimately looked like a good thing. But that movie got canceled, and that bums me out. But like the Peanuts movie looks so good, like I'm like legitimately excited to see that. Like, because like it's something that's I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's something that I feel like is like the most genuine type of attempt to like bring back something of old. This is not like something like a cash-in movie like the Minions are out right now. And like I don't really care because I've never seen Despicable Me number one. Number two is just like it just seems like they're recycling the same thing. It's kind of like the rabbits for Ubisoft or something like that to put it in video games term. But like I don't know. Like I'm like legitimately excited for the Peanuts, but like anything else other than that. And I think it speaks to like how Jurassic World did as far as like people wanting something different other than a superhero movie as of right now. So it was like have you seen that movie? Like I haven't seen it at all. Like
I
I'm
haven't
not
either.
Yeah, I'm not really all that interested to see it, but like a lot of people like I know Mark and Katie loved it, but like like other people who I respect the reviews said it was like it's just okay and it's probably not what I want. And it's like yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
But like
my brother didn't like it. He was disappointed by it. So
oh really?
Yeah, he's a big Jurassic Park fan. Like I want to see it, but I haven't seen Mad Max either, and that's still my
that's the one
priority.
I really want to see, but I just haven't gotten around to seeing it.
Yeah, at
Because
this
like
point,
every time I want to go, it's like it's more of like I can't get anyone to go with me because like
yeah.
no one knows who Mad Max is, and like I don't know, like I just don't want to go by myself. That's like the big thing about it. So
Yeah, at this point, I might just wait for it to come out on DVD since it has been like months at this point. So I don't know. Like Jurassic World seems cool. It was kind of crazy. It was the biggest opening weekend ever, and America.
And
It
it
beat
didn't seem like it would be like anything like that. Like
yeah, like
I thought it'd be like barely okay of a movie, and like it'll just do like the moderate like a
blockbuster.
yeah, moderate blockbuster. But God, just like
Yeah, no, it blew like it in like the first weekend. It made more than the first Avengers movie, which is just crazy. It's just like
yeah,
I didn't get that read at all. Like I didn't
yeah,
see that coming.
no
Uh,
way.
but I don't know. Like I'll always get excited for like Disney movies and Pixar movies to some extent. Although those at this point in my life, those are just movies I'd rather go and like watch at home. Although
Yeah, like Inside Out, that's out right now, and like I didn't even keep track on that, but like I heard that's really good, and
yeah, my brother said
yeah,
it's incredible.
yeah, I just haven't been around to see it, so I'll see it eventually though.
Yeah, I mean, like there is something about watching the animated movie that I'm just way more comfortable watching it at home than in a theater. I think is just like at this point. But if like the studio that did Frozen goes out there again and does something, then like I'll make time for that because like that was one of those experiences. I'm like, oh, I wish I had seen this in a movie theater.
Yeah, same with Tangled and
Yeah,
Frozen as well. See now we're just getting into more tangents on top of this one, but did you see the topic with Tim asking like what was the golden age of
Disney
Disney
movies.
movies? Yeah, like what was yours? Where was like where it kind of stopped off for you? I'm just curious.
See, like for me, it was easily like late '80s to mid '90s. Like
Like where did it start and where did it kind of
start
then?
pretty much starting with Little Mermaid and
Right.
ending with like Mulan. Uh,
I think that's pretty much where I was as well. Because Mulan was
because
because
that's
after
what.
Mulan was Hunchback, right?
Yeah, I think so. But like
Because
that's like
Hunchback I never seen to the theater. I never seen Hunchback in Notre Dame until like a few years ago. Katie, because like she was saying, "Oh, this movie's amazing." Like, I actually
it's a
never
great
seen this
movie.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like super like that's a movie that'll make you feel something for sure.
but yeah,
Um,
like Mulan was the last one I saw in theaters, and like the other last Disney movie that I saw in theaters was like, of course, Princess and the Frog. But but I didn't see Brother Bear. I didn't see Treasure
yeah,
Island. I still haven't seen those movies actually. So
but like
man,
it was like Little Mermaid, the
Beauty and the
Beauty
Beast,
and the
Aladdin,
Beast, Aladdin,
Lion
Hercules,
King.
and Lion King.
Yeah,
It's just
I'm kind of bummed out that Hercules kind of gets a bad rap because like no one really likes that
Hercules
movie.
is so great. I
It's
love
so
that
good.
movie. It's
It's
got
so
like
good.
amazing music in it too. And then like mid '90s is like you've got Toy Story and Hercules and Mulan.
Mm.
Um, and it's like that's awesome. And like I guess I would kind of cut off at around like A Bug's Life and stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't really see a Bugs Life, so
A Bug's Life is great. That was
yeah, I've
a
heard.
that was a favorite when I was younger. But yeah, like for me, it's like
I
that.
was the ants kid.
Yeah, of course.
Woody
Yeah,
Allen movie.
it's just Woody Allen. It's the funny part about Ants is it's just like an actual Woody Allen movie. It's
I
not
know,
actually an
right?
animated movie. It's just like that's just who he is. And then Christopher Walken shows up as like this dick somewhere in that movie, and it's like what the fuck is this? But like when I go pre '80s or pre late '80s for Disney movies, it's just like a lot of it just doesn't grab me like even Robin Hood and I still like
Mm.
what's it Peter Pan a lot
Peter Pan's awesome.
but it's just it gets weirder for me. There is like this a lot of references and stuff that I just really don't click with me. So
Yeah, I'm pretty much the opposite of that. Like I love those old movies and like Robin Hood is something I say forever. Like I can't get enough of that that movie. Like is that movie and Robin Hood Men in Tights are like my favorite type of Robin Hood movies or Robin Hood like fiction in general. And like I like the Aristocrats and the Aristocats and like Jungle Book and like stuff like that. Oliver and Company was a weird one though. That was the one I like, but like I never really saw that much. I mean, just the Billy Joel music is just what made that movie, and that's pretty much what's pretty much it.
yeah, I mean, I think like old Disney cartoons, like shorts, really stuck with me a lot better than the feature films.
Mm.
Like the '70s era, like Mickey Mouse cartoons were awesome. I thought, but if
70 year?
'70s and '80s era, like just like when Donald and Goofy were still like kind of new, post Steamboat Willie.
70s and 80s?
Yeah,
Those were like 50s, dude.
I know, but like later than that. Like, because like Goofy was what introduced in the '60s, right? Goofy came later, and
He's
then
like in the 30s, dude.
no, like Goofy had to be later than that.
Dude, Goofy was there super early.
I feel like because what Donald was came after Goofy, right?
No, Donald was like the second one. Then it was Goofy.
Okay, then it was Goofy. Like
Yeah.
one of them came later. Like there was like a 10-year gap between it. But I don't know the exact dates, obviously. But when like I felt it came like into its own in that era, I guess you could say.
Like if you're talking like the era where like where Goofy was just doing like instruction videos, like with, like learning how to ski and stuff like that, or play football,
Yeah,
that was around like 50s
yeah,
or
that's
maybe even
'50s.
60s.
But like
And
I'm
then
talking about like Donald,
there's like
Goofy, Mickey cartoons in
I
the
mean there were
'70s.
old ones like that, but like because like you know like there when there were like ghost hunters or like fixing a clock tower or something like that, like those are like 40s and 50s, I believe.
Yeah, I like I don't know, but like when they came into their own, like when they are like kind of like Scooby Doo era,
Yeah, those are 70s or 60s.
like when it was like let's make a group of cartoon characters, like when that became like really popular. That's when I
Other
thought
thing, yeah.
the Donald, Goofy, Mickey combination was really good.
Okay.
Um, so I don't know, like that, and like I was always more of like a WB Warner Brothers animated uh, person, like for just watching
I'm,
short cartoons.
yeah, like I'm that too, but like because that was like more exposed, honestly, more than the Disney stuff, and like we're really going off track. It's been like what 30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
our bonus content's usually 30 minutes, so
okay, but like Disney yeah Warner Brothers yeah because I feel like I feel like the Warner Brothers stuff gets like more of like the shine, which is weird now because like they're almost completely irrelevant now, which is sad, but like
yeah,
because they used to be everywhere because you could watch it like almost on basic television. You could see that you couldn't do that with Disney cartoons, unfortunately, and like you know, and I love those. Like if it wasn't for the Disney Channel, like I wouldn't watch as much as like when it had like Quack Attack or stuff like that, and just like cartoons like dedicated to like Donald Duck, and Mickey and Goofy. Like I wouldn't really be exposed to that, but like you know, it was like one of those things I begged for my parents to have that channel, and I got that channel, and then like you know, I just watched nothing but those stuff. But like I like them like kind of equally. Like I feel like Warner Brothers is a better as far as like for kids and adults. But like I still feel like those old Disney cartoons are like really decent as well.
yeah,
Just not probably not the quality isn't as good, and it's weird too because like I feel like the Warner Brother cartoons like those 40s and those 40s and 50s ones are like the best stuff that they got was then and there, like with Bob Clamp as director, stuff like that. That art styles is so great, and like it just like eventually you got to the point where it's like when it got to like the 60s and 70s, like the cartoons just didn't look as good and it wasn't as funny because like I feel like they could just go batshit insane as far as like in the 30s and 40s, but like
yeah.
all the other ones because like it seemed like they had to do that because of the war and it's like they had to do like whatever they can to make it as funny as possible and just be as crazy as possible. Then like after the war, it's just like we kind of got stuff, I guess, and I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, I definitely think the '50s, like, post-war stuff is great, and it's like there is like the seeding of the Cold War era kind of humor in there too, which was again like very abnormal at the time because everyone was so fucking terrified of the Russians,
Mm-hmm.
or the Soviets, I should say. But it's really cool to see like history like told in a way that's not like direct, like this was the era, this was what was acceptable, this was funny because we were actually terrified of these people sending
I'm
nuclear bombs and blowing us up, and like seeing that kind of like through the lens of a cartoon is actually really cool, I think.
Yeah, and like even like when some of those you know like it's completely racist now, but like you know when they uh like when those like those Hitler cartoons like you know like the Bugs Bunny punching Hitler in the dick or like or you know even like when characters were like in blackface, like I understand that was a different time, and like I feel like when I like eventually have my kids, like I would like to show them that, just to show them like yeah these were different times, this is how we used to be, but like you know like we grew up from that, we don't like make fun of these people anymore. People are people, like I always say, and like like cause those episodes still are hilarious, and like it's sure like the little racial black joke every now and again. I think that's hilarious, but like I'm a grown up and I don't have like too many racial views, so like it doesn't fit me as much. But of course I'm just one person, I'm not the majority, so like
Yeah.
it'll fit everybody else. But we should really start the show.
Yeah,
It's
we can
last
start.
forever.
We're waiting on Scott. For people who've been watching the bonus content, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this weird tangent. We were waiting on Scott, but I guess we're gonna start without him, and hopefully he'll join in soon. What is like as soon as we start recording, like as soon as I start the show, he just joins. I'm like, god damn.
Yeah, all right.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, on 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You don't really want anymore.
Juan. Well, Evan's not here. I feel dirty, or Tony. Just to remind Tony of his great roommate. Oh, Juan.
I'm like Evan. Like I'm not surprised he didn't say anything. Like, oh, we didn't work record on Fridays. I thought I'd at least be here today, but whatever.
Evan just the reality is he just hates us. That's what it is. Jerk. No, I'm sure he's just not even paying attention.
Yeah, that's
Still a jerk, but all right. I don't think we have any news or emails or anything. I meant. Let me check the Google voicemail. Nope. Cool. All right. God, it's weird. 2-man show.
2-man show.
I think the last time we did this was you and me as well. So.
Was it?
Probably. Although Scott will be here. Get through it. All right. It is Saturday, July 11th, 2015, and you're listening to the Irrational Passions podcast. I'm Alex O'Neill, and with me, I have Brian Nobishin Jackson. It's just the two of us. Just the two of us. All right, are you okay, Nobishin?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Usually there's like a moment where you're like, yeah, the two of us, lol, lol. But
it's so predictable. That's why I was like, nah.
Nah, that's too easy. Scott is allegedly going to join us later, but regardless, Nabish and I just went on like a year-long tangent.
Yeah, like an hour or something. Just talking
about movies and cartoons. For the bonus content, you can always view at youtube.com/irrationalpassions if you don't watch the video version. So
by the way, I forgot to mention I saw Dragon Ball Z Super or Dragon Ball Super, and it's good.
Is it good?
I like it.
Okay.
And I like it because like right now I was just focusing on like the dumb Dragon Ball, like where they are now, what kooky situation they're in right now, and they didn't really fight.
It's like that beginning of the Boo Saga stuff. That was really good. Or the Sandman Saga, I guess.
Yeah, it's decent stuff. I can't wait to see more of it.
Yeah, I'm interested. Obviously, I'm just gonna wait for it to be dubbed and all that shit. But
yeah,
dude, like I can't.
Wow, sorry, that took a while.
God damn it! I knew it.
Called it.
We just started, Scott, and I knew you enjoyed like right when we start.
So, would you like to hear the trouble story that I have?
Do you want to start?
You want to record it first?
Oh yeah, that's right. Show's on. The bonus content for me.
Yeah, you just missed it.
All right, I'm ready to get brought in.
All right, are you recording? Are you on the right device on Hangout and
I only have one device here.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. You're on computer mic.
Yep.
I forgot. All right, on 1 then. 3, 2, 1.
We're good.
Okay, cool. Scott's here.
Yay.
How you doing, Scott? You're coming to us live from the beach, the ocean.
Yep.
You're in the middle of the ocean, so you're on your.
Sure sounds like it.
you're on your computer mic for people at home because that's all you had. But we missed you and wanted to talk to you. So what happened?
Sorry
Why are you later
all
than
right,
you
so
expected?
First, I'm here and I am opening up Audacity, ready to do my sound check.
Yeah.
A good little podcaster.
Yeah.
So the second I hit record, nothing happens.
Great. That's never a
Yeah,
good
so
sign.
no, like literally, I can't do anything with my computer anymore. Nothing's working. Then I get a blue screen, and this is like 7:06, like
Yeah.
when I sent that message.
So I figured something must have gone wrong when we get a message saying like, "We'll see how it goes when I try and join the hangout."
So I go ahead and it tells me, oh, yeah, you got to check your files for consistency. And I'm like, nah, fuck that. But then I said it immediately blue screens. I'm like, damn it, I actually have to do this. So yeah, I go and I do that. That takes forever. Then from there, it looks like it doesn't want to use wireless at all.
Great.
So like I couldn't figure out what was going on until I want to say it took me around 10 minutes to figure out that my computer did not want to use Wi-Fi. So I had to go plug it into my phone.
Hashtag Windows problems.
If you'd have to send it into the store, you wouldn't be able to podcast for this week if this was a Mac.
Yeah, it's true. Unless I fucking fixed it myself, that wouldn't.
It's a Mac.
Yeah, I would break it. I would just shatter it into pieces.
Yeah, you can't do that with Macs.
Well, I mean, if you know what you're doing, I know people that could fix a Mac, but I am not one of those people. In fact, I would say I'm the exact opposite of one of those people. If I go into the same room as another Macintosh computer, it'll probably just break. It'll just stop working. So did you get everything working? Well, clearly you did.
Yeah, everything's working. And besides the actual internal fan of the computer, which is only loud because it's connected to the mic. Yeah, the mic's alright.
All right. That's good. I approve. Yeah, it sounds fine coming through here. I forgot that you were in Chickateague, which is an island.
Yep.
I mean, it's like connected by bridges. Don't get the wrong idea, people out there. It's not like Scott like took a boat like 30 miles out and he's just like lost in some deserted island.
Not Kit May.
No.
You don't have a soccer ball named Wilson with you?
Yeah. Wasn't it volleyball?
I do.
But that's unrelated.
But like that's just because my parents are a fan of the movie.
There you go. What were we talking about before Scott showed up?
You were just starting the intro. You barely got anywhere.
Yeah, that's right. I took a deep breath, and that was it. All right. So again, bonus content happened. We talked about movies and cartoons. I'm sad that you missed that, Scott. I feel like you would have contributed.
Did you talk about Rick and Morty?
We did not. We talked about old cartoons.
Old cartoons.
1950s.
All right, well, second season of Rick and Morty just started.
Okay.
It's already good.
Good. All right, I guess that's it for house cleaning. That's it. That's the end of the show. Bye. All right, it's been nice. House cleaning, housekeeping, whichever you prefer. My post. I wrote a post about Irrational Passions being 5 years old, and that'll be up by the time you hear this. It's not up right now, but I'm gonna put it up after we finish this show. That's good. I hope. I hope that comes out all right. And that's it, I think. I finished, I guess I'll get to that in games, actually. But Let's Plays continue over at youtube.com/Irrational Passions. Been playing Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. It just published episode 30, so by the time this goes up, it'll be on 32.
Did you beat it yet? And it's still like...
I have, but I'll talk about that in a minute. And I'm picking out the next game that I'm gonna be doing. But yeah, that's that series is continuing.
Four Swords Saturdays with me.
Yeah, Four Swords Redemption. Alex and Scott just sit down and shoot the shit over Four Swords. The game takes 2 hours to beat. Let's do this. No, not yet. I haven't planned that out yet, Scott. That's it. That's all the stuff that went up. Scott.
Monthly Passions is coming out
Monthly
soonish?
Passions is going to come out soon, yeah. I don't know if we're gonna have any guest passions for that. We'll see.
No,
We'll
I
find out.
doubt it. It was already like mid-month, dude. Just publish it.
Yeah, I mean, we pulled some stuff together last time, so we'll see what happens with that. That's it. Let's talk about video games. Rash Passions is a video game podcast, even if we do talk about cartoons in the bonus content. I can go
I played
first.
an interesting game.
Okay, Sky, you can go
I had
first.
to it's kind of hard to describe. I had to put ceiling on the roof.
This doesn't sound like a video game.
Yeah, that's because it's not. That's what I had to do all day today.
Did you, did you play any video games?
No. Okay, so all this. Okay, so about last week, the reason why I didn't feel so good is because I was actual sick, like
Yeah.
stomach virus sick, which also led to an ear infection, which led to me being sick all week.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah,
That sounds like you got
So,
Alex
like, I
O'Neill
was-
sick.
that I got real sick before the end of the night last on 4th of July.
Yeah. Yeah, I was there, I know.
You know, like I'm talking about stomach virus sick mucus stuff.
Yeah, yeah. You
Before
told
the
me
end
at
of
some
the
point
night.
you were like getting mucusy, and I'm like, that doesn't sound good. And they were like, it's not. That was pretty much the end of our talk about that.
How are you after the party, Scott? I was curious about that. So you said you actually got drunk.
Yeah, like that was fine, but like the problem here was I was actual sick during that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when I started, I was okay, but that sick, like I started actual sick, ear infection, along with a stomach virus at that time.
hmm were you hungover the next day, or was it
So,
just like lost in
I
translation?
I was, but it wasn't as long as I thought it was because
Yeah.
I was actual sick.
Yeah.
Mm.
How is the recovery during the week?
All right. It ended up
Decent?
Sunday. I couldn't do anything pretty
Yeah.
much, so I just laid there.
Yeah.
I was sad, Scott.
Yeah.
I pretended to be Alex for the whole day.
Yeah. Just like, lay there, contemplate
Your Alex
life,
cosplay.
be depressed. That's how you do a good Alex cosplay. There you go.
And then Monday through Thursday, normal work days, except for I went to bed at like 8.
So like an
like-
hour after you got home.
Pretty much, it was sleep. Sorry, it was wake up, go to work, go home, shower, eat,
Eat
Sit
again,
there.
sleep. Oh no,
Sit
I'm sorry.
there.
Alex said
remember to take my medicine.
Yeah.
That's always how it worked. Got ready for work tomorrow. Be tired, bed. Like, not even a phone game.
Yeah. I'm
Not
sorry,
even.
Scott.
So that. And then on Friday, when I was like, I come shake a with me. I was like, shit.
And here we
I
are.
pack my bags.
Yeah, you found out that day, didn't you?
Yeah. I always hate that, like, you're like, Shikatig is always a nice surprise for no one.
And I was like, it would have been nice knowing a week, like, before the 4th of July happened, really,
Yeah.
that I was going to go with.
Yeah. And Tony,
Because then I'd have had my mic pack with me then.
yeah, for people's reference, Tony's like, he's watching some fireworks or something.
He's helping make them happen, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I
Whatever.
don't even understand how that's a thing.
Yeah, like, who would hire Tony to help them make fireworks happen?
No, I mean like fireworks after the 4th of July. Like why?
Oh, there's this neighborhood that I used to live in, actually, that does like a fireworks celebration a week later.
what?
'cause
Just in case of rain or?
No, because they're not allowed to do it on the 4th, but they are allowed to do it after the 4th.
Why can't you do it on the 4th? Like, I'm sorry, I'm just curious.
I think it's because they're like a private neighborhood. They're not state owned. Like their roads aren't and everything.
Right. I mean, it would be a good idea for them to do it like a week earlier or a week after anyway, simply because the traffic around the time of
Yeah.
fireworks. Well, like it's bad, but then it gets a lot worse because everybody stops at the side of the road because there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, and then everybody has to leave at the same time.
Hmm.
Luckily, I've never had to drive out of there because anytime I would go to it, I lived there. So
Well, I'm just talking about day of 4th of July. No.
yeah,
Maple Lawns is not bad. Maple Lawns is not bad at all.
yeah. I
Fourth
like
Fourth of July, like that time, which is pretty much where I was like, yes, if I'm going to your house, there's no way I'm going home
yeah, yeah.
for multiple reasons.
Yeah, like especially like where I live, like there's another kind of like fireworks celebration in the city that I live in, Columbia.
Right.
That's just it. All the roads are done. It's game over. You're just like, don't leave your house after they go off. But yeah, it's weird that it happens like week after week before, but you know that way there's no like crossover of like traffic and nightmares of getting anywhere. So they do shut down some roads
Like,
for this.
only thing I don't get is because like I still would imagine a lot of people will still be there, so there'll still be traffic. So like that's why I'm like I don't get it.
Yeah, there's still a lot of traffic, but and they shut
Well,
down
you
like
see,
a
here's
road
the
and
thing.
stuff.
People don't go to every fireworks show. Normally they pick one. Some crazy people go to all of them. But they'll only go to one. So it splits the traffic up instead of completely bombarding the area.
Yeah, okay, I guess
Because
that makes
before Maple Lawn was around, the it's the mall, right?
Yeah,
Relatively where they have it. Yeah, the mall's backed up, and the highways to the mall are backed up.
yeah, yeah.
So
So it's like it's backed
people
up
who
like
live
all
out of
over.
county are like, the fuck are people? What?
It takes them
Why
hours
am I
to get
having
home.
traffic?
Yeah,
Because they think they're going the opposite way of their fireworks show, but then they're heading into ours, but there's traffic going
yeah,
that way.
yeah. I don't know. It makes it easier. Let's disperse the traffic so it's not all in one day.
yeah,
That's
I guess
that's the big thing. All right, we played the game of Scott's fireworks.
Tony's fireworks.
And roofing and Tony's fireworks. All right. Well, I'm sorry you didn't play anything, Scott. You should play something. You did play stuff at the at the 4th of July.
Yeah, we played some Smash. I was Ganondorf the entire time.
Yeah, you didn't even play any of the DLC characters.
I played Ryu once because he told me to.
Yeah, he feels great.
Yeah, you have to remember, I remember most of that night.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we just had a good time.
Mhm.
You played
So it was
Towerfall.
Wrecking and Smash.
Who was Wrecking in Smash?
See?
Scott, I guess. Yeah. I didn't.
Like, after the fact, I'm like, I was giggling to myself because, like, I was still beating everybody in Smash.
Yeah.
And all I was doing was spamming B. Like, 'cause I was actively making them feel bad because I was spamming B. That was the goal.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, that was the active goal, make them feel bad. But one of the games was make them feel bad for winning by spamming B. I didn't think I'd actually do it, but then I won.
I didn't actually get to play that much. I got to play one round, which was fun. Which I think I played as Roy, and yeah, I don't know. Like I was going around.
Yeah, I kicked you off the edge.
Yeah, yeah, you did, dick. I played
I
one
believe
round.
I was Ryu that round.
Yes, you were. That was the first round. I played one round of Smash. I played only like a round of Quiplash, not even like a full game, which sucked.
There was a lot of making fun of Alex in that Quiplash.
Oh
game.
my god. It was like I come back from outside like making sure we're making food and everyone's getting hungry because it's taking longer to cook than I thought it would. And I come in and like the Quiplash, it's the third round, right? So it's 8 different answers and they're all different insults for me. It's like Alex O'Neill's a jerk or something like that or something more heinous and I'm like, "What the fuck did I just walk into?" So that was wonderful.
They were a lot funnier than that.
Oh, they were a lot funnier. They're not going to be repeated. there was a lot of
Yeah,
Alex
yeah,
O'Neill's
come to the
butt.
party.
Yeah, you should have come.
What,
All the
Joe was there?
listeners. No, yeah, Joe was not there. His spirit was apparently. Joe will be there for Extra Life though. I have
I know,
confirmation. Yep.
That's cool.
Possibly Tyrone as well. So I'm very excited about that. Joe's going to be on next week. Our good friend at Aces High 291, Joseph Fate. He's a good dude. Anyway, let's talk about video games.
You were gonna go.
I can go. I finished Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, which is what I wanted to say earlier, and then I said I'll talk about it later.
Spoiler.
I know, Jesus. It's good. That game's really good. I love it very much, as I'm sure everyone knows at this point, because it was 80 episodes long, which was a lot longer than I thought it would be. But I finished that last weekend is what I did. Yeah, it came out great. The finale is like an hour and 15 minutes long because the final boss is incredibly hard. So it was fun to kind of like go through all that. And there is like a moment toward the end where I'm like, yeah, this is what this is one of the reasons why I think JRPGs are really cool, because like you do all this shit and then all that shit matters in the end, which I think is cool. Kind of ancillary to some discussions we've had on the show now, Shin.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool, and that game's great. I've put it out on Twitter. I'm like, what should I play next? I had a couple things in mind, like maybe Sly 2, Metroid Prime, and overwhelmingly, I've got multiple people tweeting at me that they think Sly 2 is their like favorite game of all time. And I'm like, all right, I'll play that. So I'm gonna play Sly 2 next. What is it? Is Gang of Thieves? I can't remember the subtitles for those games.
You gotta tell me that we can't do It's 2 hours of Four Swords, man.
Honor Among Thieves?
You can't tell me that you can't take like 2 Saturdays out to go ahead and sit down and do that.
We can probably do it, Scott. 2 Saturdays from now, so like 2 weeks from today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
I'll put it on my calendar.
Yes.
I
probably shouldn't
because your computer will crash.
Well, not that it'll crash. It's just everything I do will be connected to the mic.
Yeah, true. Band of Thieves. Honor Among Thieves is Sly 3. I don't know you anything. Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves, to go with Uncharted 3, Honor Among Thieves, because what are we even doing anymore? And then Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. What I'm hoping is to go through 2, 3, and then play through 4 again, because I never got 100% on 4. And I want to play through that game again. Speaking of playing through games again, well, actually, I'll say I played a little bit more of The Long Dark as well, and that I still really like that. It's become just a very depressing, like, doomed journey at this point because I've run out of food, run out of water.
Wait, doomed journey? As in like mixed in with Doom, or?
Yeah, it's the first-person version of Journey where you're actually shooting all the giant robots. It's pretty
Oh,
cool.
that April Fool's joke that they did a few years ago.
Yeah, there you go. That's the IGN April Fool's joke, 2013. No, I'm trapped in this cabin. The cabin's like getting more and more surrounded by wolves because they won't leave me alone, and I'm just in a bad place in The Long Dark. I need to start over, but I've been alive for almost a month, and I want to get to 30 days before I give up. So I think I can handle that.
Yeah, I think you should go for it.
There are like 2 other sandboxes that I've been to one, right? And I know how to get there, but like I'm just worried about being attacked on the way. And I want to like just pack all my stuff up and go, but like I can't bring everything with me because I have so much like wolf hide and stuff. So it might be time to like just like break stuff down, repair all my equipment, and then like make a fucking run for it. Because there's probably like new area that might have like more bullets and more food and all that stuff. So I'm gonna keep going with The Long Dark. Other than that, I've been playing through the Batman games again because I clearly have too much time on my hands. So I played through. So I decided after I beat Arkham Knight, I'm like, I'm gonna play through all the Batman games in chronological order. So I played through Arkham Origins, which I was I think you might have missed that show an option, but I was much more positive on the second time around. Now that I don't have any kind of stigma of like this isn't canon
Mm,
against it or whatever.
right.
Um,
Um, but did the combat feel any better or different?
combat did feel better. I noticed so like a few things. The combat gets more difficult. Like the counter windows get tighter as the game goes on. Um, so like the beginning of the game feels fine, and then like after about the halfway point, it's like the weird kind of feeling combat. The thing is, like the counter symbol does not appear as early as it does in like say Arkham Knight.
Right.
It'll appear later, but you can counter before the symbol appears. So if you kind of get into the idea
So
of like
basically, you're playing on hard or something where you're like pretty much the symbol is not there at all.
yeah, it's similar to that, except it just comes in late. But you can counter before then, so that's what one of the things I feel is like wrong with the Arkham Origins combat. It's again, it's because the game starts fine and then the counter windows get tighter. It's like they clearly wanted this to be a harder game. Like that's what they wanted. That was a conscious decision, probably to differentiate their game, or
Yeah. Personally, I'm not against that decision, but the counter thing should not be late.
yeah, it seems a little arbitrary, but like I get it.
The tighter the window, the more chances it just has to be being wrong.
Yeah, it's just like the like they went on record saying like this is a younger Batman, so he's not as good, he's not as skilled in the combat, and I think that was kind of like their creative idea for doing that. And I don't know, it's fine. Like the bigger issue is just like the game has like a lot of technical issues that kind of play into the combat, like a lot of frame rate issues, especially when you're going through the city. The city's too big, and by extension, like it's too empty. And like a lot of times when you're like trying to do one of your special moves in combat, you'll like glitch out and it just won't go through. Um,
That's weird.
it's just like that stuff does happen in Arkham City and Arkham Knight and Arkham Asylum, but it happens a lot less, and it's usually more like user error instead of like, oh, I just didn't do this exactly the way it should have been done. It was a little too precise. But like Arkham Origins is fine. I think they made the combat a little bit better, a little bit smoother. Like they might have gone and patched it when they did the free DLC. But either way, I still liked it. I finished the Mr. Freeze DLC and that was okay. The fight isn't as good as it is in Arkham City, unfortunately, but it's fine.
What is the fight?
It's like he's like on this raised platform and he's like just bringing in waves of dudes, and it's like, so it's a stealth encounter. So you have to take out the dudes, or at least like get past them enough so that you can overheat these 3 generators. And if he sees you while you're overheating it, or if you make noise, which it automatically does, so if like you have to do it when he's like on the other side of the platform, he'll shoot you and stop you, and you have to start again. And you also have to micromanage all these dudes, and then after that, like he comes down from the platform, and then there are dudes and Mr. Freeze, and you have to do the whole thing of like attacking Mr. Freeze with different stealth techniques every time. So it was just like having the extra thugs in the room just made it more of a headache than anything else. It was definitely like, as I've learned, like my sanity's been going down more and more this week, playing them all back to back, because like if there's one thing in games I hate, it's like having to do the same thing over again because you failed, not because you want to. And I just so I played through Arkham Asylum, and that was fine. There's some weird spots to that. That game is good. I don't think it holds up as well for me anymore because I've played Arkham City. So then I played Arkham City, and when I was going back through that, I'm like, I'm gonna get the Platinum Trophy because I never got it, and I need to clear this from my conscience before I.
Was it just
one.
New Game Plus, or was it just the challenge maps?
It was the challenge maps, New Game Plus, and the Perfect Free Flow 2.0, which is do all your combat moves in one free
I think
flow.
I got that one.
That's what I did first, and then I did all the challenge maps. Here's the thing with Arkham City. So like the thing they added in that was challenge campaigns, which is like 3 challenge maps back to back, and it'll mix and match stealth and combat challenges, right? And you have to
Mm.
get all 3 medals for each combat challenge, so you get 9 in the end. And you only get 3 retries, so if you fuck up the second one, you can retry it, and then you only have 2 after that. It's 108 medals, which is like so it's 12 campaigns, which is 36 different challenges, which is a lot, and it's time consuming and it's stressful, and it drove me insane. It took me longer to do that than it took me to beat Arkham City on New Game Plus.
Mm.
So it was absurd, intense, insane, but I did it, and then I beat New Game Plus, which was fine. I kept getting frustrated at certain points, and especially now going through Arkham Knight, I'm getting like angry, which I don't normally get at games.
Yeah, it's just too much, man. You just playing 2 similar games like just too often, I think.
Yeah, so like anytime I hit failure and I have to start again, you get that fucking stupid death animation where one of the villains comes up and tells you how much of a
Yeah.
fuck up you are, and it's just like it's given me like a good idea for something to write, and I love the series. Like that hasn't depleted the value of the series at all, but it is just like I realize that when you have to do the same thing over and over again, and you're told how much you failed after every time you fail, it's just it'll drive you insane. But I did get the Arkham City Platinum. I cleared that from my conscience, which was awesome. That was what fucking 5 years in the making or whatever. So, also going back through Arkham Asylum, I saw that it was made in 2009, not 2010. So I've been living a lie for years. And I'm excited because I'm about to finish Arkham Knight. I'm about halfway through that New Game Plus, and that's been fine. That game just is amazing. So, yeah, it's been a pretty smooth ride since then. The only thing, like, I have 2 trophies left in Arkham Knight. One of them is the New Game Plus trophy. The other is the, like, do all the Predator takedowns. And I'm not really sure which one I haven't done. So, that could be worrisome. We'll see what happens, though. But yeah, that's it. Like, I really love the Batman games. They're pretty fantastic, and I have like a lot of ideas as to what I want to say about them collectively. Now that I've kind of played them all back to back, so it's definitely one of the best franchises in video games, I think, as far as especially like evolution from game to game.
Any reason it didn't make your games of the generation? I'm just curious.
I thought Arkham Asylum was on my games, or Arkham City
No.
was on my.
No.
It was definitely one of the honorable mentions. I don't know, like last generation was jam packed full of just great things. Like, it was definitely like that list was more things that personally resonated with me, and like Arkham City specifically, there's no personal resonance there, but I recognize this as like one of my favorite games to play, just like as a video game, as a product. I love
Right.
it and adore it. But like when I'm looking at games that I grew with and that grew with me and that changed me or that left some kind of lasting impact on me, I'm thinking of like those 10 games. Like
Right.
these things that changed my idea of what video games could be. And even though Batman helped change like my idea of action games and all that, it's a different thing. It's like comfort food mixed with something that I really adore, which is Batman. But I adore Batman in a wider context of like animated series, comic books, and all that.
You could have
Right.
Batman-shaped potato chips.
You can have that. I can adore that in real life. But like, like I always say with like my top 25 games, which Arkham City is on, like that would change from day to day, depending on when you ask me and how I was feeling. So there you go.
True that.
What about you now, Shin? What have you been playing? Gotta catch up with you.
Yeah. So like the main thing I've been playing is been Arkham Knight, which I just beat. I think I beat that like on Saturday or something like that. I can't remember what day it was. But it was like a day I had off work, and like I had to go to work and open. I think I had to open the next day. and I couldn't sleep that night. Like I slept for like maybe like 2 hours. No. I couldn't sleep at all, and I was like, I was in the middle doing the Riddler stuff, and I was like, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, so I should probably go to sleep. And then I tried to go to sleep for like 10 minutes. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna beat this game now, or just get everything now. So like I did all the Riddler stuff. Saw the Nightfall Protocol again, saw the ending again, saw the new stuff, which was great. Um, yeah, that was totally worth it for me as far as like getting the trophies just for even though that was like a minute thing, but like once I felt that was worth it, worth my time, I should say. I didn't feel cheated or I felt like, oh, was that it? Because I wanted to stay pure and like everybody just went to YouTube. I wanted to just like get it for myself because I'm just that dumb, and I always get all the Riddler trophies anyway in these games. So like I did that, and I felt really satisfied with it.
There are 400 Riddler trophies in Arkham City. And it's half the size. It's 400. It's 440 technically with Catwoman, and it's half the size of Arkham Origins, which only has like 220. So
I forgot how many that was.
Think about like when I was like going through it because I got all the Riddler trophies in Arkham Asylum, and I'm like, I'll get them Arkham Knight or Arkham City. Excuse me. God, too many Arkhams. And then I saw it, and it was just like looking at the denseness of like the trophies on the map. I'm like, no, I'll just beat it on New Game Plus, where I already have all the Riddler trophies. It's fine. So at some point, I'm probably gonna go back and get all those because I'm stupid. But yep. But 400. It's
but like the overall like my feeling like compared to like the other Arkham games or whatever, I think this one is like my favorite, but like I would still say like out of all of them, I'd say like City is probably like the number one as far as for me anyway. If it being ranked, I did like because for me like I always felt like Arkham City was like one of like the few examples I could say, oh, this is like the closest we're going to get to like a perfect game, or at least at the time I should say. I haven't played it since then, honestly, but like when I played it, when I first played it and went through it and everything like that, like I didn't have like any problems with it, like no flaws or anything like that. At least I didn't think I did at the time, and like my memories of those are like the solid gold, as far as in comparison. And like just going through Arkham Knight, it's like the whole Batmobile thing and like the whole disappointment with not. There's like a little there's certain things about the game that like
the big reveal, is that what you're talking about?
That and one of the boss fights, of the few boss fights that you get in this game, because that was hella disappointing.
Like especially coming off of Arkham Origins,
yeah,
like going through that, I'm like, God, Jesus, this is just a clusterfuck.
but like story wise, like. That's the best of it. Like it's kind of like the Uncharted 3 thing. It's like I feel like Uncharted 3 is like my favorite of the series, but like I feel like Uncharted 2 is the better game type of thing, and I feel like it's kind of the same thing with this. So like it just did like just to do my little bullshit with World War 3 is it got weird. Because like it's fine. It's so perfect. It was almost there. It's like why did you have to put so much of the Batmobile stuff into it? And like not that it's a bad thing. It's just like it's just a little bit too much. And then it was just like it just got spammed and like you had to like swallow it like a little bit too much.
Yeah,
which is kind of annoying.
I've been writing my Arkham Knight review, and it's like I'm back and forth with the Batmobile because I like it.
Yeah, I like it a lot, but yeah exactly.
It's just like I like it a lot, but I don't like it. It's a difficult thing to nail down.
It's like one of those things is like if it was like maybe half of it, I would like it so much more, but like it was like just a little bit too much. Like when some people complain like a game is too long or something or too short, it's like kind of one of those things. Like it's like because like it's funny because like it's a polished thing. There's nothing wrong playing it mechanically. Yeah. It's just too much. It's just too much in your face with it.
Too much Batmobile is like the thing. It's just like it's like it feels more like a companion that you have to deal with as opposed to a companion that you that you're like equal parts on the journey.
Yeah, it's
Um,
like a different kind of escort
You
mission.
can say that a companion that you want to deal with.
yeah, I mean like, but like a companion that fits is what I mean more. Like,
Hmm.
it feels like because like there's like sections where it's like, well, to get up and down this elevator, I need the Batmobile to raise and lower it with a fucking rope tether, and it's like what, like. You could have just removed this altogether, and no one would be upset. And like in that same section, you have to drive the Batmobile onto a ramp, then get out of the car, and then go and hit a switch to lift the ramp up to get the Batmobile up a level, and then get back in the car. It's just like, why is this here? Like,
Yeah.
at what point did this
I
seem like a
have
good
I have a
idea?
grappling hook.
Yeah,
Pretty good
like
at using it.
yeah, like you have a
Yeah.
grappling hook one, so like why wouldn't you just like let me like grapple up? And two, like why would you ever make someone do this?
No, I mean,
Ever.
like just that sentence you just said. Like you can say that to anybody, and like, no, why would I want that in my video game? And it's just like one of those type of things. And like, and I understand why. Is like because like they don't want the feeling that it's just the same game over again. They didn't want to hear that complaint.
Yeah.
And like you have to, and they wanted to innovate in some way, so that was pretty much their big innovation was the Batmobile.
Yeah.
And like personally, like if I were to make like Arkham Knight or something like that, I would just make it somewhat similar with what they do with Arkham City to break up the monotony by making you play as Catwoman, and like just bring more of like you play as Catwoman, you play as Robin,
Right.
you play as Nightwing and stuff like that. Because I thought those were fun, and that was kind of disappointing too. Like you couldn't like
Well,
play more
here's
of
what I
those.
think they
Yeah.
could have done to kind of solve it. You
Okay.
might not like this idea, but they could have to sub in for some of those Batmobile sections. They could have brought in the Bat.
The bat? The bat
It's
wing?
one of the flying. It's one of the flying ones, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's just called the Bat.
I think they call it the bat in the Nolan trilogies. Are you talking like just the Batwing? The Batwing
Yeah,
would be
Batwing.
the flying thing.
It's a bit different from the Batwing, but
Like they have the Batwing kind of present in Arkham Origins. You can use it to go to these different fast travel points, which is fine. I think the Batwing would have been fine, but again, like I could totally see them attaching like some kind of weird gadget hook to it, and you have to use it to solve puzzles, and it's just like, no, don't. It's just like it feels shoehorned in a lot of cases. Like if you had taken the
I mean,
Batmobile
like
out,
they go ahead, they take the Batwing, attach the Batmobile, and then you just use the Batmobile as a missile.
yeah, you just shoot
Drop
it
it on
out
people.
of the Batwing. Now, if you had taken the Batwing or the Batmobile out completely, the game would be like totally fine. Like it would still be a great game.
Yeah.
And it's like going back and playing Arkham City. It's weird because I hear all the time like people prefer Arkham Asylum, prefer that kind of focused, closed-in Metroidvania-esque style. But like, and I said this a long time ago, like Arkham City is like a Zelda game where Arkham Asylum is like a Metroid game where you go to like an internal area from the open world, you get a gadget halfway through that area, and it lets you finish the area and possibly fight a boss there. It's just like this is very Zelda-esque in like that game. But I just think like the open world format fits the Batman series and genre like way better. Like it's just like it's way more fun to like grapple boost up and fly over these big cities and just like
Yep.
feel free and feel like you can explore. Like there's no grapple boost in Arkham Asylum. Like there's none of that. The gliding feels like completely different. It's not as fast. It's not as efficient. And it's just like that. Just like the way it feels in City is the way it should feel. And in also like in Night where like you can super boost and just fucking fly up. It's awesome. But it is clearly they were trying to do something different, and that's admirable. It just it didn't backfire. It just didn't work out. I think the way they wanted it to.
Mm.
That's fine.
But yeah,
Anything-
that's Arkham Knight. Yeah, I love that game. Beginning
Yeah.
to end.
I love that too. God, it looks so good. Also,
Yeah.
go back and look at like a still from Arkham City, and then play that game. It's just like, oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I played Arkham Asylum recently, and like they look they look so Unreal 3
Yeah,
engine.
it's so weird.
But man, like
No load screens in Arkham Knight either, which is incredible.
yeah, like it's crazy how good that game looks. It's that game and like The Witcher. Those look just like fucking amazing games. Like it's just crazy how good these games look.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than Arkham Knight, I've been playing more The Witcher, and there's not really much more to say about that. Uh, Probably do my. I'm probably gonna do. I'm definitely gonna play more of it. I think as far as like doing another playthrough and everything on the hardest difficulty, just because I just like playing it so much. And like I didn't get the usual thing where it's like oh, I forgot how to play this game. Even though I think I tried to like glide boost off a roach so, when I was playing the game.
That's fucking awesome. Like, Roach, why don't you shoot me up into the air so I can glide? Oh, wait.
But yeah, like I just can't stop playing it. The game's really good. Like I pretty much did all of the side quests, everything except Gwent, because I don't care about that.
Do it.
I know, because I kind of want to platinum that game, but I kind of just don't want to play Gwent if I don't have to. But I don't know, like I might be a believer and whatever, but like it just doesn't really like say anything that makes you have to play it until like later on. But yeah, that'll probably be something I'll do later on.
I wanna like do that game in the hardest difficulty, but I really don't want to sit through the load times of when you die. I'm torn.
Yeah, maybe wait for that new update. That update seems like it's gonna do like a lot of good stuff to it.
Yeah,
Or like movement and whatnot.
I've got plenty of Batman left, so.
Other than that, play a little. I replayed through D4. I did this last week actually. I replayed through D4. That game's still good.
Good.
I just wanted to cause like ever since excuse me, I've been burping. Ever since I got it on Xbox One, and I played over at Mark's house, like man, I just want to get all the achievements for this game just because I like it so much. So I've been doing that ever since I got my own Xbox One. I'm only like 3, maybe 5 achievements away from it, so like I'm not that far from it. Like it doesn't take that long to do anyway. It's like a 3-hour game if you know what to do. I mean, even short that if you know what to do. But like, yeah, that game's still just as great as I remembered it, and it was totally worthy of being on my Game of the Year list. Like, there's just some really great moments in that game.
I love it. So I need to play through that with like Ethan and Damien and just watch them react.
Oh,
to
especially
it.
Ethan, to see seeing what Deadly Premonition is. So he's
Yeah.
like, oh, there's another one game for that guy. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be like, sign me up.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck is happening? It's and we play with Kinect controls, of course. It's so weird. I still want to go back and play through that game with Kinect controls. Now I've got it all set up. So.
Other than that, I played J-Star Victory Versus Plus. Like I got that. That's a game.
Apparently.
Like, for people who don't know, which is probably everybody, because no one's playing this game except Jason and me. Jason's from Giant Bomb and Interactive Distractions. J-Star Victory Versus Plus is like pretty much just a fighting game with all the Shonen Jump characters in one game. Like pretty much, I believe like almost every issue, not every character from Shonen Jump, that would be crazy, but like pretty much every series from Shonen Jump, like they'll have like a character to represent them. So you have like Naruto go against Yusuke Urameshi, or Goku go against Kenshin Himura or stuff like that. So it's just one of those things that like when I was like in my heyday of being like a super otaku and like weeabooing it up, like I was just like salivated for this game. And like been like, oh, I don't know who this character is. I'm gonna totally see that anime like later on, and, like just like enjoy the hell of it. And I still do enjoy it. Like it's still a fun game, and it does bring that out of me. But like like it's subpar at best, and like doesn't really explain
subpar at best.
Yeah, I mean it's not that great of a game, but it's just an enjoyable game. It's like it's literally it's like this year's definition of a guilty pleasure. It's just like something just like it's not really that well made, and like just they have a story in here. It's like, oh, Naruto just met Yusuke. Like, what kind of crazy situation are you gonna get? And it's like a small dialogue. Let's fight, we fight, and then like, hey, join my party. Like, okay, and but like it's still a fun game though. It's over the top. It's dumb. I played online with Jason a little bit, and like the online is surprisingly smooth. So, but like Yeah, there's nothing much to really say about it. It's just like one of those dumb Japanese games that like I like to get in. I just really enjoy. It's just something that really clicks with me in a weird way.
I can dig it. Whatever, man.
Yeah.
I have watched this game from afar and been perplexed and somewhat interested, and then I decided never to look at it again. So I
I
feel
mean,
like
you
that
weren't
was,
interested at all, like
I
not
mean,
even remotely.
I was interested. All right, I wanted to see what it was like with that guy with blue hair when he beats up on Monkey D. Luffy. I like, I have fan fiction. It's a thing. But I like, I don't know, because I talked about it with Justin while he was here, and he was like,
Oh, Justin was gonna get it.
I think he might have gotten it. I don't know. Probably not, but he was telling me about it, and I'm like, no, I gotta stay away from these weird. It was like that, and the fucking weird Namco cross game on 3DS. This is like, I gotta clear out these weird Japanese crossovers. The only one I'm interested in is Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem.
Yeah, you did your weird Japanese fix with that game.
Dude, that game is like the exact kind of weird Japanese that I love. So
Yeah, true that. And the only other game that I've been playing that I haven't really been playing is like I'm more of me just observing is just watching my niece play like Life is Strange. That's been like an interesting experience. So like I decided to like let her speak on it a little bit. I have her right here. So like Yasmin, this is everybody. Alex and Scott and Alex.
and,
This is
and the whole
yeah.
internet.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Uh,
You can see me. You can't see Scott. Don't trust him. What is it? Yasminda, right? Am I saying that right?
Yes.
What did you think of Life is Strange?
Well, basically, it's all about this girl Max, and it's like she's been gone for a while. She moved to Seattle, and
Oh,
like
Oregon.
Oregon. And when she comes back, it's just like she goes back to her school, something Academy.
Blackwall.
Blackwall
Blackwall,
Academy, and basically everything's changed. Like people have changed, and it's just like she's like been back for like 3 weeks, and like everybody's just been hard on her. And basically in this game, you can go back in time and fix mistakes that you've made, but
You really like the time mechanic, don't you?
Hmm?
Hmm? You really like the time mechanic?
yeah.
Like
It's cool.
because she really likes to like just see what both sides of what it is. Like pretty much every decision that comes up, she like
Yeah.
looks at both sides just when she can, and then she makes her decision after that. She really likes doing that.
That's what
stuff.
my roommate does. So I don't, because I've been trained not to. I just pick one and stick with it.
Well, you just finished episode 2, so what do you think about that? Like how without spoiling it.
Yeah, like there's episodes and stuff. There's only 5 episodes, but there's only 3 out. The only thing I really
You
don't
only played up to episode 2 though.
Yeah. But the only thing I really don't understand is you can only go so far back. So like if you want to go back to a certain point, you wouldn't be able to
Right.
relive your mistake or something.
Like there was a moment like when she was playing like like
I didn't answer the phone.
answer the phone.
Like this girl Kate, she called and I didn't
yeah.
answer the phone.
Oh yeah.
And then
Oh yeah, she wanted to go back to it so she could answer it. I was like, oh, you're a terrible person. You should have done that after that moment passed.
Yeah, like I feel like
Like,
they
no, and then yeah, you just
I
dismissed it.
I feel like they have to have like some kind of consequence with it, because if they let you go back to whenever, then the whole like there being repercussions for what you do, there just wouldn't be any. So
yeah, but I know like when you go like so far back, she'll get like a headache or her nose will start bleeding or something.
right. Well, it's just it's unclear that you couldn't go back then, except
I-
for when you tried and then couldn't.
I'm curious because that like they could change that in the later episodes. So I'm very interested to see what they do with that.
But like, how you overall liking the game, Yasmin? You like it? You kind of like it, or is it just okay?
I really like it because it's just like something to do. Like you control what she does. You can make her a bad person. You can make her a good person.
Yeah, you never really played something like that before, so that's kind of your first experience
It's
with like
like
a.
you control her life. Every step, every room she walks into, that changes her life or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, everything has consequences. So yeah, I'm glad you like it, girl.
Uh, what like I'm curious for you, Nabishan,
Hmm.
what it's like playing through that game with somebody else. Like, did
It's weird.
yeah,
So there's certain things like the whole thing with episode two, like the big thing about episode two, like I kind of I kind of offhandedly mentioned like, hey, you should really pay attention to stuff
yeah,
at this part
that's what
right
I
here,
did.
and like thankfully that part went smoothly for her because like she
Jesus,
actually she read everything, so um like
Jesus
she
Christ, it
and
doesn't.
she locked that in her head too. Like she was like, this. I don't know why this is important, but like I feel like I should read all this stuff, and she did, and like it actually paid off for her at the end. So like that was a good thing. So
Yeah,
I don't know what the hell Ethan did.
I well, like again, we took a break
Oh, that's right.
between.
You know what? That's right too, because I tell her like you should probably put this all in one day so you don't forget anything. I did say that to her.
Yeah, yeah,
Damn, I'm sorry.
yeah. It's all right because like again, there might be a chance to change things.
True that.
I have like watching through episode 3 again. So my roommate played through episode 3 this week as well, and he had an incredible emotional reaction at the end too. We were both like in it, and we were both like super upset at the end. He looked at me, he's like, "I don't know how I feel right now," and I'm like, "I understand, I feel you. Like I was right there with you."
Yeah, I was.
Uh,
Too.
the next episode though comes out like on Tuesday, so.
Are you sure they did? I didn't see them mention anything.
I saw a post that said it's coming out between last Tuesday and this Tuesday, so we'll
And
see.
Yasmin did me like a super excited face. So she knows she got 2 more episodes she can do. And
Yeah, well,
she leaves in August, so she wants to like at least get to episode 5. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but like we'll see. But like she's excited to play more of it.
yeah, the last episode might come out at the end of August, so um,
Ooh.
I don't know, like it was cool watching him play through it. It was great that he had like that same reaction that we did,
Yeah.
Nabishan. And like he felt the same way about episode 3 that I did. It was like, oh, this is all about Chloe and just kind of getting to know her, and um, yeah, it was great. And I have like tons and tons of theories now, uh, of just like watching like, oh, because if you look at the pictures for episode 5, like if you scroll down to that, there's one of Max like looking at a wall of all the photos, like of all the photos she's taken, and I was like, oh fuck, what if like at the end there it's just like you going up to each of them and interacting with them, and it's like, oh man, like this could be the coolest like final puzzle in like an adventure game like this ever.
Yeah, she is keeping all her photos, so that might be like something like how you want your future to be. Because
Yeah,
like,
like
it might. Oh man, I didn't even think about that. Like,
yeah,
you can
right.
put-
Like using
Oh.
all of them, and it's just like, oh man, and like that, there could be like a reward in that for like doing all the photo collectibles. So I'm really curious to see what happens.
Yeah, I know that in one of her pictures that she took on her wall, it's a picture of her staring at all the pictures.
Yeah,
So if you did like go back and figure out what the pictures mean, that one would be like a really tricky one.
yeah.
Mm.
I'm curious to see, Yasmin, what you think of the third episode, because things are gonna change and evolve in a really cool way that I think you'll like a lot. So,
But yeah, that's everything I've been playing though. So,
all right.
fun stuff.
Then let's take a break, and when we come back, we
I
got
have to pee.
yeah, I have to pee too. We got plenty of news to talk about though, and then we don't have any emails or anything this week. So after that, we will close out the show. But we will be back in just a little bit, guys.
Choo choo choo. Bathroom.
Bathroom.
Hey, can I help?
All right, Scott. I'll be right back. Don't blow up the house.
No promises.
Hey, girl. All right. Listening. Do me a favor when we're done and let me know and remind me to go out and get some Axe body wash.
What?
Because I need Axe body wash.
Axe body wash.
What?
What?
Is me?
If you want.
I don't think
Why are
he's
you
talking to us.
talking? Why are you talking about college bro things?
Hashtag bro rape.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm ready to go.
Same here.
I'm pulling up the thing.
We don't have time for that.
I listen. Jesus Christ. Thought I was a slave driver. That was in poor taste, wasn't it? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not that overly sensitive. Let's talk about news.
F it is.
News in gaming. Let's talk about some news, folks. Folks, fellas, and ladies. I said that once on an episode of Waffles versus Pancakes. Anyway, Batgirl DLC looks awesome. This is Nobshin did the news for this week. You are correct, sir. I don't know if you heard, but that Batgirl DLC looks awesome. What did you think of it? You added this here, Nobshin.
I said it looked awesome, so it looks awesome. But yeah, I'm really interested in that game. It has really good potential from what I see, just to be like, because obviously you won't be dealing with the Batmobile, so like, it depends how focused they make that DLC. Like it could just be like one of the, I'm just really excited for it. Let's just say that because like it looks really good, and like I think it has a really good chance of being like one of the best DLCs that come out if they do it right.
Yeah, I mean it's Batgirl and Robin, and it looks like I don't know if it's Dick Grayson Robin or
I don't know if they
Tim
said
Drake
anything.
Robin. They
Yeah.
just said it's Batgirl and Robin and no
Yeah.
Batman. And Batgirl is obviously she's kind of very independent. She's always been. If you've read the comics, she works a lot by herself. She's very smart. She looks fucking awesome in this DLC. Also,
Her
like
suit.
her suit is awesome. Just like her moving around, some of the stuff she can do that from the trailer that they put out looks great. And I really I'm like debating whether or not to buy the fucking season pass so I can play it a week early.
Same here.
I shouldn't, because then I just get 2 story packs and then a bunch of fucking Batmobile shit that I don't care about.
Is it just 2 stories?
Might be 3, I don't know. But it's cool to see this just a month out from Arkham Knight, to see new stuff. And, Ashley Greene plays Barbara Gordon in this game, which is different than in Arkham City and Arkham Asylum. And I'm in love with Ashley Greene, so it worked out. Worked out for me. I didn't actually hear about this, though, the Minecraft story mode. What do you know, Nobshin?
Just like if you just look at the trailer, it just looks like I don't even know really what to describe it. But I mean, like because obviously this is the Telltale version of Minecraft, so it's like it's just your typical like adventure stuff, but like it seems like they're going for like a little Goonies flair with it, because like they have like all pretty much majority of the the Goonies voice actors like playing most of the characters in it. So like it's like a weird fit. Like I just mostly put it here just like for us to talk about like the Minecraft story mode in general, because it's like like I don't really know what that game wants to be. Like I mean, like well I kind of do. Like it's supposed to be obviously a story mode for Minecraft, but it's like what the reason why people go into Minecraft like it's more of like like so you're using your own imagination and making what you want, and obviously this game won't have that. So like what kind of game would that be, or like, how will it gravitate to like other people? Like I guess it'd be more of like this is more of a game where like a father can play with his son or something like that, because they'll both get something out of it probably. But like I don't know.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, the Minecraft story mode as it's being called, is an episodic Telltale series. So that this is the official Minecraft story. So if you have a copy of Minecraft, the story mode, that will be this Telltale series. I don't know, like, it's weird because Minecraft is, like you said, this kind of create your own adventure, create your own world thing. And by them introducing characters and a story and kind of like a linear narrative, especially like an episodic one that's kind of tied into knowing Telltale, the decisions you make and everything, them tying that all together really seems kind of counterintuitive to the Minecraft dream, right? So,
No.
No, what do you mean, Scott?
Well, I mean, this was the plan the entire time.
Yeah,
Not for Telltale to do it, but to do this.
but to do a story mode.
Literally, story mode like this.
So
They had props of other characters. They even had a goofy Beast Boy character in there.
yeah, but like my thing is,
They had to scrap that because one of those guys left. But like that was when all this was said and done. That was their goal.
but like it's going to
Story
be,
mode.
it's different than the Minecraft experience, like the kind of the sandbox experience that everyone's kind of
What we're used to, yes.
So like what I think this should be, or like what it could be, is like something kid friendly because kids love Minecraft, which I think it'll easily be. Something that kids and adults can play together, and something that like introduces you to the tools of Minecraft in like a clever way. Like I personally just, like what I would want it to be, and this is someone who doesn't really like Minecraft but who understands like the pros and cons of it, would be something that like multiple people can enjoy together, that isn't like super like decision heavy, and that involves like you like building different things, like using the tools in different ways, and like maybe kind of like a tutorial for how to do things you might not have known how to do, so that you play the story mode and then you have a better understanding of Minecraft, and then after you beat it you can go play sandbox and do a bunch of cool stuff. Like I feel like that's the ideal way to do the Minecraft story mode. So
Yeah, I mean, like even in comparison, I mean, hell, Lego did it, so like it could just be something as similar as like something like the Lego Movie, and something like this appeals to both kids and to adults. So
even if
I
it's
don't,
just like a goofy side story, like it still sounds fine.
yeah, like it's not a bad thing at all. I was just like I'm just curious like how this gonna play out. That's all that's not really concerned, but I was just curious about.
Yeah. What about you, Scott?
Well, I mean, seeing as how I'm getting it either way, I'm super indifferent about it because either way, I'm going to give it a shot.
Yeah.
What I want it to be, I'm not entirely sure, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know either. Like that's the big thing.
It would be cooler if the decisions you made, as you said, were closer to choosing what you crafted with what you're handed, rather than dialogue trees.
Yeah, I agree for sure.
Because if I don't expect them to respond the same way as if they were dialogue trees, but if the game would definitely change a lot more.
Yeah.
If,
Maybe,
let's say, they went ahead and sent, I guess, spiders after you if you chose a sword, or a witch after you if you chose a bow.
yeah. And like I don't think that like, choosing a dialogue tree is very like Minecraft-y. I don't see that as like being really organic to the experience. Like it doesn't fit. So like choosing what to build and like how you want to approach a problem, that sounds way more cool. And it like as long as it's like kid friendly, like that's a big thing. Like I think that's important. It's like a lot of kids love Minecraft. Like if this isn't geared to them, if this doesn't hit well with them, like I think it's a failure. Like sure, I want it to be something adults can enjoy as well, but I definitely like know the audience that you're playing to.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like I want it to be something that like people will remember as like, Minecraft is like a great experience to introduce people to video games. Like so far that's what Minecraft has been, and I want that to continue even through its story mode. So maybe that's me kind of projecting onto it a little bit too much, but I think Minecraft is super important, and I don't want them to possibly ruin it with a story mode that just doesn't fit. And obviously that won't ruin the true experience, but still. Other news story we have is, which I actually was watching Colin and Greg live, and I learned about this. Devil's Third won't be published by Nintendo of America, apparently. So for people who don't know, Devil's Third was one of those games that kind of got lost in the THQ nightmare that happened, that Nintendo picked up, and they kind of like saw through to the end, I guess. Like, that's the way I interpret it. It's an action game from Itagaki, right?
Yes.
And it's being
But-
published. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, no. You answered the question I was going to ask.
It's being published by Nintendo in Japan and presumably in Europe, but it apparently isn't being published by Nintendo of America in North America, but it is still coming to North America.
But who's publishing it here?
Yeah, good question. Now, Silicon Era reported on this from Unseen 64, right?
Yes.
And Unseen 64 kind of like was it them or like another site that like definitively said that someone else is publishing it?
Silicon Era was the other site. So.
Okay. So like someone else is publishing it here. We don't know, but apparently it is a known publisher. But like, what the fuck does that even mean? It could be like Sega or Atlas or NIS, but I don't know. Any kind of those stereotypical companies that tend to publish Japanese games in North America. This is weird. This whole game is weird. Nabishin, have you seen like what this game looks like too?
Like not since like the E3 last year, but
Yeah, it's
I completely like blocked it out of my mind, so like I don't even know what that game is anymore.
like I don't think it looks good, but like that's kind of beside the point. But like it seems like such a nightmare to go through for such a weird game.
Mm.
And I don't know anyone who's excited for this.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those games that like it's like you know is not going to do like anything.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's on the Wii U, which no one really has, and it's a really niche game that no one's going to really buy. So it's like it's almost like why is it being made? And you know you don't want to really say that because you know all games should be made, but like it's like almost like they're wasting their time almost.
Yeah. It's it's somebody's publishing in North America. It's going to come out here. Definitively, apparently. But yeah, it does come off as a waste of time. And it's like regardless of the quality of the game, it's just like it went through the THQ thing. Like it was there. It saw some shit. It has kind of like that stigma that it has to carry with it of like everything that kind of came out of that. I guess except for Saints Row was kind of just like a nightmare.
And South Park.
And South Park. South Park's a goddamn miracle, though.
Mm.
So like it's carrying that weight with it, and it's just like there's no way it can come out of the end of this and be like successful. I don't think, but we'll see. It's just so weird. God, fucking Devil's Third, man. That's a weird game. Also from Silicon Era. From Sato over at Silicon Era. Now, I didn't even hear about this, but Sega learned about making quality games from Atlas. This is the headline, and aim to regain trust from players. So, to walk me through this, Nabishin, take me on a journey.
I mean, it's basically what it says is like they just kind of apologize. It's like hey, like. You know, like it's pretty much. I think like mostly what it is like they looked at like their competition between like something like Konami and Square Enix, and like I think those are the best two contrasts of like where it could go and where it like where it wants to be and where it is. Because like pretty much Sega is like at a Konami level, like they seem like they're just focused on mobile games. They're not really focused on really their IPs, especially their good IPs that like they just don't even care about right now. Mm-hmm. And just like it's just like sitting on the wayside and they're not doing anything with it. And then like you see like and then I think they looked at this pretty much like the E3 of Square Enix showing like how they're trying to like actually like like do new stuff and and seem from the most part that's paying off for like with the Final Fantasy remake and just even doing some weird stuff like Nier. Like no one asked for that, but they're doing it anyway, and like they got a good response out of that. So it's like I think they're just realizing hey, we don't have to be completely tone deaf, and we can actually do something about it, and we actually have good IPs that we can bring back. Like fucking Valkyria Chronicles would be a nice thing to see again.
Please, come on, man.
and they already have success with Yakuza, but in Japan at least, so they can make it a little bit more worldwide if they like. It's like this stuff like that. And it's like, and like people have been begging for like Phantasy Star for like forever, and they did absolutely nothing with that, or at least in America. So
yeah. The funny story about that, a couple of the guys from the TeamSpeak that I always on,
yeah,
a couple of them play that, and they tell me it is worth going through the 120-page English translation documentation they have to play that game.
I don't think anything is worth reading.
You see, and then I just laugh, and I'm like, I wish I could do that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, people are fucking dedicated to that game, like no other.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
That's what I hear. That's literally everything I hear about it.
Chris Riccio was one of those people because he didn't go super deep into it, but because he wants it to be released here, but he actually got into got the Japanese version and tried to play that game and he did play it for a while and he says it's really good. I wish they would bring it over and it's just one of those things. It's like a why thing. Like why won't you even try? And obviously because of money and everything like that, but after something like Shenmue and people was losing their shit over that and seeing the response to how many people wanted that game, I think they're just second guessing everything. And it's maybe we should just actually do what people want, and maybe we won't get as much as maybe we won't get as much money we back, but at least bring back some good faith with our company. Or at least that's what I like to believe. Yeah,
I mean, let me see, what's the name of the person here? It's basically a lot of quotes from a Famitsu interview with Sega CEO Naoko Satomi, and he talks about all these things. As far as the Western market goes, we learned a lot from Atlas. If we can make a title with proper quality, I believe there's a good chance for it to do well, even in the West, for players that like Japanese games. And it's that's kind of a nice thing to hear from Sega, who it has become the butt of every joke, pretty much.
Yep.
It's anytime a Sonic game gets announced, it's just guess what? Don't buy it. It's everyone who is anyone says don't buy it because you're just encouraging them to make more bad games. They don't even give it a chance because at this point they've been given enough chances. It's just them talking about learning from Atlas specifically instills a bit more faith because Sega Sammy bought Atlas last year and they just were all right, just do what the fuck you do, and we'll just sit over here and watch. And it's been totally fine. Atlas hasn't gotten any worse, and Sega has, by association, gotten better. So, if they can work with Atlas and learn something from them, then that's the most promising advancement in video games Sega has made since the Genesis, I guess. So I don't know, I want to believe in Sega because you're right, Nabashin. They do have a lot of cool IPs. They had Shenmue and everything. It's just I want to see them make good games again.
Indeed.
So, in other news, PewDiePie makes a lot of fucking money on YouTube. What was the last year we reported? We found that news story was $700 and some odd thousand he made last year on YouTube.
It seems every year this has to be announced, and people are get all butthurt about it, whoa, YouTuber.
So for people who don't know, PewDiePie is a YouTuber. He does a little bit of sketch comedy stuff, but he mostly does Let's Plays. He is the single most subscribed YouTuber on YouTube, even more than groups of channels. So he is the most views, the most consistent views, at least the most subscribers of anyone. and apparently, uh, he made $7.4 million. That was the last figure. I guess that's like the last fiscal year that he made that. Which is a lot. I don't know if you knew this. That's a lot of money.
Well, did you watch the game theory on this one?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so basically, it's not entirely fair for why he's so popular,
Yeah.
like specifically him. It's how YouTube directs who we find. Because if you notice, most all your videos are in English.
Yeah.
Almost all the ones that you find.
Yes.
It's actually fairly hard to find something that's not in English.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with this because
So
the
basically,
Game Grumps talk about it a lot, actually.
yeah. So basically, he started in his country, then he country hopped around Europe, more or less because he had to. Then came here. So his stuff was all across everywhere for quite a while.
Yeah, so he could pull in traffic from multiple countries, whereas, like, for example, our videos, we probably exclusively bring in American traffic.
Yep.
And, like, there are a lot of... The YouTube game, like, the systems that work behind it are all fucking fascinating. It sounds like you've learned quite a bit about them, Scott. I have as well. It's all
I mean, all you gotta do is just watch that game theory and read about it.
Yeah, the game theory is
good.
good.
He's pretty good.
I love the game theorist. And yeah, it's just there's some super interesting stuff out there. Like the Game Grumps were talking about because they went to Japan recently. It's like if we published a video in Japan, like obviously all of our subscribers would see it still, but it wouldn't come up in like the North American releases as easily. You'd have to like specifically look for it. And then we could bring in Japanese viewership, but then the rest of our videos would it would just kind of like bisect your audience. It's super interesting, but 2014, 7.4 million.
They should have done it.
They should have. You're correct.
They really should have done it.
I love to see Japanese audience for Game Grumps. But like they talked about this on Colin and Greg Live as well, which is quickly becoming my prominent news source. And Colin thinks that he actually made a lot more than this because he has like a lot of kind of like business stuff going on in the background.
It's weird. I've been hearing like he's either making a lot more or a lot less, but by a lot less, I mean like not at that many millions, but like still a lot though.
But still millions of dollars. It's like,
yeah,
this is U.S. dollars, but like it's a super interesting thing. It's like you look at the guy who is the single person who is the biggest on YouTube, and he does most of the work, or at least he did by himself, and now I'm sure he works with a bunch of people, and it's not like all going into his pocket, but it's super fucking interesting. Like he worked his way up, he got all these subscribers, and now he's like one of the highest paid individuals in the world, I would imagine, and he's doing it all by making silly YouTube videos. And he's probably laughing all the way to the bank, so like, good on him for fucking literally living the dream. So that's kind of crazy. I'm, every time I hear PewDiePie's figures, I'm super impressed. I don't have anything against him. I don't like watch his videos because they're not like super entertaining to me, but again, like I have nothing but respect for him.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's, like him or not, he made that, and he worked his butt off to get that.
Yeah.
So like I just don't get I guess I understand like when you're frustrated and like you see someone having it so easy, but like you can say that about anybody. You can say it about celebrity. You can say that about like Paris Hilton or
But at the same time, didn't come easy.
Yeah, it didn't come easy. Like that's it's easy to lose sight of that. And like I think like especially all of us, we like to spread kind of like the more positive, like yes, he's like rolling in the money, but like he worked super fucking hard to get there. Like don't forget that. Like there's a positive way to look at this. It's like he earned what he got, and like good on him because that's fucking awesome. I wish I was PewDiePie. Are you kidding me? Like that's awesome. Like I'm super impressed. The only other news that I had that you didn't add yet, Nabishin, was the Ken was announced for Street Fighter V. He looks different.
I don't like change.
He looks way
Does he
different.
not have blonde hair anymore?
No, he has blonde hair. He looks completely different, though. You should look up a picture, Scott. I know you can't because it'll just start causing a typing nightmare.
Yeah, no. So I'm not even clicking that Google link doc, even though you linked it for me without me asking. Thanks.
I see. I was thinking of you. He's got like black pants and like a black shirt, or red pants. I don't know.
Does he have the same face?
Yeah, he has the same face. But
I'm cool with it.
His hair is different. You know, he's wearing different clothes. He doesn't look like
Cool
Ryu
with it.
anymore. Yeah. And it's like they're doing something different. Cool. He looks fucking like super fun to play though. Like they showed off a little bit of whatever his like the new special. What do they call them? The X or V counters, victory counters.
B counters.
Or not counters, but the V moves.
Yeah, B group. I don't know.
Whatever the fuck, Street Fighter V V. You get it? Do you get it yet?
Oh.
And it looks
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. Is there an outcry for that right now? I'm curious. Like, I don't think I've heard like the usual internet like backlash. I know nobody likes it. That's the thing, but it seems like everyone's just like, okay, whatever. It'll
Yeah,
still
I've
play
seen-
okay.
Well, here's the
I see-
thing. It's Street Fighter has too many clones of one
Yeah.
of one character.
Yeah, Shadow
So,
characters.
Anything to not have that many, kind of a good thing.
Yeah,
And,
like
even though this doesn't mean his moveset's gonna change, maybe Street
If you-
Fighter 6 it will.
yeah, if he's not like
Hopefully.
wearing his fucking red gi and
Please?
bandana, please, yeah. Like let's not talk about Street Fighter 6 yet, please. Like I don't know,
Alright,
like
fine. Maybe in Street Fighter 5 Ultimate Tournament Edition Plus.
Super Street Fighter 5 has got to come first.
0.5.
0.5. 0.51.
No, all that stuff in between, and then 0.5.
Yeah, he's got like he's got long hair now. Got like a ponytail. He's fine. This is great.
Yeah.
The trailer of him has him kicking the shit out of Birdie. It's cool.
Yeah, I was expecting like the usual like like when Dante looked different or like when Cole looked different in Infamous
Yeah.
2 and everybody
Hey, see,
lost.
the thing is,
God.
they were different people
Yeah,
with the same name. They were different people.
Cole was a
with the
different
same-
person. He was mocapped and voice acted by a different person. No, yeah.
I mean, when you go ahead and you bring a different person into the game, actual different, but then tell him is a different then tell him he's the same character as the one you played in the last game, of course that's going to cause some backlash.
yeah. I mean, like this still seems like
This
a
is
fan.
still canon.
Yeah, like at the core,
So,
like,
like-
he's doing dragon punches and fiery kicks. It's still Ken. So like I think like the big thing is especially in this announcement trailer, like his moveset looks really cool. So like he looks like a fun, more active Ken to play. Like I mean, I'm not great at Street Fighter, but like he definitely looks more aggressive than I've ever seen Ken look. And I don't know, like I like glancing around, I just saw equal amounts of like, I'm glad they're trying something different, and this is fucking stupid, but I don't care. So, which is what you expect from the internet. I don't know. I think he looks kind of cool. I'm glad that he's different. So,
Have you checked change.org yet? There's a petition up there.
is there?
Nah,
I would-
I'm being
Listen,
stupid, but
I
wouldn't put it
bet.
past them.
I bet. I don't know. Fuck, man. Let Ken grow his. Let him let his hair down, man. Like just let him be a little free for once. Jeez.
Let him breathe, man. God, just let him breathe.
Stop crowding Ken on this one. Jeez. He's a beautiful man. I posted the link to the trailer for when we're done recording, Scott, so you can watch it.
Okay.
That's it for news. I mean, Comic-Con is happening right now. I imagine there's going to be more news that's going on.
Quite frankly, I'm glad it's not this week.
Yeah.
On to the outro.
Okay, sure. No
Listen,
emails. No emails this week. Again, If you want to send your emails, the email address has not changed. Mailsack@irrationalpassions.com. MAILSACK @irrationalpassions.com. And you can leave us a voicemail at 404-590-1337. Standard long distance fees do apply. Also, you can email us a voicemail. I don't say that enough or like ever, but if you wanted, you could record an MP3 and email it to us as well. That's what Silver PR does. You can contact each of us on Twitter. That's the best way to get a hold of any of us. I'm at AlFighter27, which spells just like it sounds. Scott is at WhatTechuz. It's WUTTEHCHUZ. That is incredibly difficult to spell, but you know, like, whatever. Nobshin's at NabeShin186. Some other stuff, please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Helps us out a lot. Follow the site on Twitter at IrrationalPod, and that follows the show as well. You get updates on if the show's late or anything there. Go to VGEVA.com, check out the awesome podcast network that we are a part of there, and the forums, of course. Go to our YouTube page, watch me play Paper Mario, youtube.com/IrrationalPassions. And if you missed it, Greg Miller and I did a spoiler cast of Batman Arkham Knight, so if you played that and you want to listen to some people talk about it in a spoilery fashion, we did that. It's an hour long. It's on the podcast feed as well. I think it came out really awesome, so please check that out. And tell your friends. Word of mouth is the best way to spread the love. And, of course, anything else, Irrational Passions is over at IrrationalPassions.com. I wrote something about our 5-year anniversary that's going to be up by the time you hear this, so please check that out. Now, here at the end, we do have a segment, a roundtable segment. See if I can draw this out long enough for me to pull this up.
You failed. You see, you already mentioned it.
And this week we're bringing it back, just for 1 week only, probably. But like whatever, it's in the spirit.
It's gonna be
of
a
things.
twofer this time.
It's gonna be a twofer. Like super.
Maybe we
extra
should
long.
save one. Or are they two related?
No, they're like two different. But like, I don't know what I'm gonna do this again. But like, one's video game related because I just thought a video game question, and one not video game related, which you already know what the question is. But the first one is like, I'm just curious, like, because I just thought about this recently with like all the Batman spoilers going around and everything like that. Like, what game have you been pure on? Like, what game have you not been spoiled on? After all these years,
After
like
all these years, okay.
yeah, like the Super Metroid thing, I never even knew that was a thing until like
It's
later on.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. I still don't know much about I don't know anything about Metroid, the Metroid Prime series, except for what I played.
There you go. That's one. That's a big one. Like Metroid Prime goes to some weird places too.
But is it like a favorite game that you had that you haven't beaten that you just don't know the ending of yet?
Whew.
I got one with Don't the Enders 2. Like I never beat that game even though I like it so much. And
Yeah.
like I don't exactly know how it ends. Like he probably dies like more than likely.
Want me to ruin it? Want me to ruin your excitement for it? I won't spoil it for you.
No, I'm just saying like I haven't played the game in years and like I still have it. I got the HD collection and everything, but like and I just feel like maybe he'll die. Like I don't know, maybe I don't know. It seems like that's going to go that way. So
finish it and then write
You
letters
just-
telling them to make the finals.
oh, they left
It's
it a
not over
cliffhanger.
yet.
It's a cliffhanger. Of course, it's a cliffhanger.
It's when you go ahead through the game, it doesn't feel like it's over. I'll put it that way. It's not quite a cliffhanger, but it doesn't feel like it's over. It's one of those weird things.
Well, it's never gonna freaking happen now because Kojima's gone and Konami's like a shit show now. So whatever.
It's
Yeah,
weird
that's
because
true.
I've been going back and like closing the loop on a lot of games. Like I need to finish this. Like Persona 4 was the big one. I had absolutely no idea what the fuck would happen next, and I went back and finished it with Golden. Looking at my shelf, like games, Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, I got in 2007. It's a Wii game. It's a Fire Emblem Wii game. It's the sequel to Path of Radiance. It's the one with Ike, right? And I've tried to play through that game twice now, and I got really far the second time through. It's very hard. It's stupid hard. And I still have no fucking idea how it ends. Like, I don't know anything past it. That's not like a big one. Like, I don't think anyone talks about Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, like, ever. I love it. It's a great game. I just, like, always burn out on it because it's so long. And it's like split into 3 acts. Like you play the first act as like this new heroine character, and then you play the second act as Ike, and then you play the third act as like all these groups coming together.
Ooh, I got a couple good ones.
Okay, what about you, Scott?
Wait, I sorry. Were you finished?
I mean, I got more, but you can say some of yours.
Except for the part where Soap dies, the Call of Duty franchise.
Of course. Soap for sure dies.
So for the one game of that franchise where he dies, take it out of the list. But
Modern
the Call of
Warfare
Duty
3.
franchise.
There you go. Yeah, no, I mean,
And
like...
what? It's at the same time when I haven't played of Halo, because most of the Halo I did was all multiplayer. I did some of the first player stuff, but honestly, there's just too many people at my house at the time that wanted to play too, so I couldn't. There was no real time for single player.
You don't really know what happens in Mass Effect 3. Like
Nothing. No, I don't.
You know there are some colors, but you don't actually know what happens, which I think is still fascinating.
Well, I know that Shepard dies. I know that the Reapers win.
Not exactly.
All right, then I guess that one counts.
Shepard dies. Like we can say that. It's been long enough. But I feel like there's so much foreshadowing to that, like throughout the whole game with weird nightmare scenes that that's kind of like totally obvious. Like we all, I'm pretty sure Tony Nobbish and I knew that Shepard was probably gonna die.
Sure, it was just about the way how.
Yeah.
Finally.
It is really about the journey in Mass Effect 3, though. Like every beat leading up to the ending is way better than the end.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Mass Effect 3. See.
All right.
I haven't played any of Resistance 3, and I don't. No, I think I have.
Resistance 3 is like the best one too. It's really good.
That's the one where you don't play as Cole.
Cole is from Infamous, so
No. Hale.
Hale. There you go, Nathan Hale. Yes, that's the one you don't play as Hale. You play as the
I
guy
think
that
I
killed
think
him.
I have played a lot of that one. I don't think I finished it.
It's really good.
Nobody talked about it.
Yeah,
I might have finished it.
It's super upsetting.
I'm not
because
sure at this point.
You
Damn
might
it.
have finished it.
Strike that one off the list.
There's just like a bunch of snow at the end. Do you remember?
Well, you see, now it's definitely off the list.
Yeah.
But no.
That doesn't
don't.
spoil anything.
Fuck you. We're talking about pure here.
There were like a lot. Like Tales of the Abyss, I didn't finish until last year, I guess, 2 years ago. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, there was 7 years between when Scott and I were like trying to finish that game, and then when I went back and played through the whole game by myself and finished it. It was crazy.
So Scott was holding you back.
Yeah, Scott was fucking holding me.
Well, I had already beaten it by that time, and I was like, dude, you have to.
It's great. It's a great ending. Super emotional.
Yep. It's so not worth doing the rush part of it though.
No, God no.
You gotta go through all of it.
Yeah.
You gotta go through the fucking 80 fucking years that it takes to get all the to repeat, which is actually crazy for that kind of game.
Yeah, it is. It is cool
because you kept coming across. There's a bunch of repeats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But as you go on, as I'm trying to figure out this fucking puzzle way back when, I'm coming up on year 35. The beginning zone is beginning to become impossible for me to beat because I haven't gotten into the area that would allow me to get the items to make those manageable again.
Yeah. It's tough,
So,
man.
but I was still seeing stuff that I hadn't seen before.
Yeah.
I mean, that's for me. I'm looking at myself right now. I'm really good at beating my games because there's always something I wanted to be. The last one that was really holding me back that I really wanted to beat was Valkyria Chronicles, and eventually I did that a few years ago.
Such a great game too. Great ending.
Yeah, and the only ones I see up there that I actually really started and didn't get anywhere in, or I didn't beat is Disgaea 4. I need to do that one before 5 comes out. And I really want to play Yakuza 4 because I had that game since it launched, but I only played maybe 3 hours of it, so I didn't get anywhere in that game. So I want to do that before 5 comes out. So.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Persona Q. No,
Oh.
I know it's like
Oh.
heartbreaking every time you fucking think of it, right? Imagine how I feel.
Heartbreaking for you.
I know, god damn it. Oh, why do I think about that? Like, I go to bed and like the last thing I think of is how I'll never see the ending of Persona Q purely, and I'm like, no, and then I fall asleep. I'm just struck with nightmares the entire time. I don't know. It's weird. Like, I'm looking at my shelf too. Like 3D Dot Game Heroes. Never finished that. No idea what happens in that game.
That's a good game.
It is a good game.
I was mad at it though, cause like well, it was the fact that like you need to get like 2 fairies before you beat the game to get like the good ending. So I only had like 1 fairy when I beat that game, and I didn't get the ending that I wanted. So I was like, well, I'm never playing this game again. So
Yeah.
that upset me.
Kid Icarus Uprising. Never finished. Really liked though.
What?
Oh, I know.
What?
I got like 2 chapters before the end too. Is fucking stupid.
Go through it again.
It's gone, Scott. It's gone forever. It's in the 3DS games.
I have a copy.
It's gone forever.
Will this be
can't.
the one copy of something that I lend to you? Dude, it has to have been that long so that you could try.
I could probably try it.
By the way, I also found the other game I lost.
What was it?
Tales of Vesperia 2? Tales of Xillia 2.
Xillia 2. Good. I would like it.
Vesperia 2. What?
I'm like, what? That would be crazy. Yeah, that's it. Like, I think that's all I got.
All right. And another question I had was like I was just thinking like recently about like just Happy Meals and like
Oh yeah, this one.
and what do they call it? Burger King is
Well, they sure don't make me happy. They make me sad.
The fucking Burger King near me is closed for fucking
Kids Meal.
refurbishment. Yeah,
Kids
Kids
Meal.
Meal.
Yeah, and I was just thinking about the toys that you get with it, because like there was a time where like like one of the only reasons I was excited for movies was because I could get the Happy Meals toy with it.
Yeah.
Or there's something happening around the time. Like one of my favorite, like I think it was a Happy Meal. Yeah, it was definitely a Happy Meal toy. Was when Sonic 3 was just getting ready to come out, and they had the toys that came with that.
Yeah.
Those were like super cool. There was like one that shoots out with Sonic. That was like one of my favorite things ever. Like I love that toy, even though it was like a stupid simple toy. You just like press a button, hit this like go fast, and that's it. But I love those shits.
I have a very specific memory. When you sent it to us like last night in the text, I was like, oh, I've got a good one for this. Sky, you can go if you have like a specific.
Well, I don't. I like getting them because they make
Scott, you cut out.
fantastic.
Even in Chickadee, god damn it.
Can
Can you repeat that, Scott?
What?
Didn't hear you.
How?
I don't know.
The whole
don't
show.
understand
You don't
I
cut
don't
out
have
at
a
all.
specific. Anyways, I'll just say it again.
Okay.
I don't really have a specific toy that I really wanted. I just like getting them because the toys made fantastic projectiles, and we had slingshots.
Okay, that works. Okay, let me tell you. I'm gonna find the year as well, because I know
Especially when they'll time. Okay, there is one. One time there was a Superman one of those, right?
yeah.
So the big thing that we were doing is we were making Superman fly into other action figures.
Hell yeah, you were.
So we were shooting the other action figures with the Superman propelled out of the slingshot.
Awesome. I'm into that. I mean, like, what else are you gonna use a Superman toy for? I mean, come on. Okay, so the year is 1999, right? Live action Inspector Gadget movie is coming. take you far back down memory road. So McDonald's, this is back when I thought the McDonald's chicken McNuggets were good. They're not. Spoilers, they're terrible. Although they've changed the recipes since I had them years ago. I'm like getting sick just thinking about the taste in my mouth. I'm not even kidding. And they basically had this Inspector Gadget Toys series, right? I love the Toys series because genius marketing. There was 5 parts. It's like Voltron, right? The arms and then the chest and the legs. And you had to get all the toys, and each of the toys were like a different gadget in the limb as well as something that it like transformed into. So you could assemble them into like a big Inspector Gadget toy. And in the Luxord, in Las Vegas, I was with my parents. Went to the McDonald's and the food court there. That's the big pyramid hotel in Las Vegas with the Sphinx and everything. I went to the McDonald's there, and I got the last bit, and I assembled everything, and then I left it in a rental car, and I lost it forever. So, what is wrong with me?
I just posted the link of what it looks like. I don't remember that at all. That's a crazy looking toy.
Yeah! Oh my god, I remember it being so much bigger.
How big was that?
It was like, it was significant. I'm holding my hands up for people's reference. It was about 10 inches maybe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
God damn.
They just sold like different pieces to kids, and like,
yep.
Like you just play with his leg that does. I don't know what the hell that does.
Yes, that was him.
Okay.
I was super stoked when I got all the pieces, and then I lost it in a rental car because apparently I lose everything that I love. Oh, Persona Q, why do you pain me so? But yeah, I had a very specific memory of that. Remember the lights of the Luxord coming down on me when I got the final piece and put them all together. Goddamn. That's it. That's it for the show. That was Nobishin Asks. Thank you, Nobishin, for asking us and reminding us of our lost loves. Like Persona Q and Inspector Gadget. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, don't forget to tell your friends about the show. We love you guys. Thank you to all of you for listening. I love all of you. Doubly so, as we found out last week. Thank you to Danny Wiesner for our opening music of Two Player Co-op and our closing music of The World Is Saved. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Nobshin, for joining me on this magical adventure through Wonderland. Scott, real commitment, coming on with his computer mic while he's on some deserted island. With Wilson, the volleyball, looking at him from somewhere.
It's in the garage.
Somewhere. The garage, yeah. I've been your host, Alex O'Neill. Play your games. Stay rational. We'll talk to you guys next week.
I just saw another Happy Meal that I used to love. There was a time where like the Looney Tunes dressed up as like Marvel characters or no DC characters.
Yeah.
I'll post a picture in the link. There it is. Well, like I remember that Bugs Bunny one, and I remember how Taz was like the fucking Flash.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about all this.
Oh, it's awesome.
All right. Anyway, titles.
Scott, you are the replacement. Oh yeah, you can't open the doc. Never mind.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Hashtag window problems. Ceiling simulator, because Scott's ceiling stuff.
Yep.
Scott being sick is Alex cosplay. Band of Thieves, Jinx. Batman.
I don't know you nothing.
Batman shaped potato chips. I don't like change. God, just let Kim breathe.
That's the funniest one.
Closing the loop. Except the part where soap dies. And Happy Meal memories.
As much as it has to be, God, just let Ken breathe, I love the idea of having soap dies in two of our titles today.
This year?
No, just in general. That was like 3 years ago when we had that on there.
Yeah, I remember that.
God, just let Ken breathe. Oh, that's so funny. Let him let his hair down, man. Jeez.
Give him some space.
Give him some fucking space. Oh, that's got to be it. Do you agree, Scott?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Scott, you want to say the episode number?
Sure.
2:30.
This is yeah, okay. That's it.
No, but you can say the title.
Sure.
This is the Rational Passions Podcast, episode 235.
God, just let Kim breathe.
Give him some space.
No.
No. That's the show. You can stop recording.
All right.
A lot of shorter shows, consistently.
Well, that was the goal.
I think it's just like having less people on means we have less games to talk about. So.
And me not playing them.
Yeah, and you not playing it. That we are in the gaming drought. Although you have fucking plenty of shit to catch up on, Scott.
Yeah, I know.
Like nothing's coming out for until like October.
So every around Wednesday and Thursday, I'm like, all right.
For Scott, I mean.
Sunday, this is the day I'm gonna be playing some Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Come Friday, I learned
Going
that's
to
not
Chicken
what's gonna happen.
Nope. You're looking forward to it all week. Look at these legs. Oh god, I forgot we're still broadcasting. Well,
Yeah.
video viewers,
I
I
gotta
hope you enjoyed this. You gotta go?
Yeah, I gotta run.
Okay. Thank you to everybody who's viewing. We love you guys. Bye.